All right, we are officially live. Welcome to the Ilderon Tales. This is Group A, Episode 13, and the Sky of Wolves, and we are diving right into it. Well, actually, before we dive into it, nope, we'll advertise at the end of the stream. We are going to dive right into it. So, recap of last week's episode. I can do it super quick because we have just about everybody here. Minus Wesley, I'll be controlling Willow for tonight. Last week, you guys arrived back in the town of Amberside, headed on your way south. You found Amberside to be infested with werewolves, and the mayor told you guys that she would handle it. Find out who the remaining werewolves were, and set bounties for them. She set a bounty for a lady by the name of Kuyu, and set the price at 4,000 gold. The party found out that the mayor and another lady by the name of Doaka were also werewolves, and that they were throwing one of their own, basically throwing one of their own out of the pack to throw off suspicion from them. You guys confronted Kuyu, and when confronted with her choices, she chose to fight for her life. After a lengthy, extended combat, you guys took her down. She was
not successful.
Yeah. You guys took her down and found out that under her shop, or rather her storehouse of sorts, there is a cavern. And that she was also getting payments from the magistrate Peasley for selling people into slavery. You guys have decided to search her house down, and then we'll pick up from there. It is the 25th of Priestess. It is moving into the afternoon. You guys are all at your previous HP and everything because you have not long rested. And
I didn't take damage.
We were using the flame gate for this one. Alrighty.
I don't know what HP I was at because I have this thing called a time zone, and it keeps kicking me in the face.
I think Ogun took a bunch of damage. Soulman got hit by a poison cloud trap. And then I think Fractus got hit by a poison cloud trap. And,
It wasn't the poison. No, I fell into the pit.
Okay, one person got a poison cloud, another fell into a pit, and then, she was melee attacking.
Ogun's damage fell off because he switched out of snake form. So he didn't.
Okay.
He's fine now.
JD. Yes. Read me your inventory real quick because I just want to make sure.
The whole thing, or just the things that I added last week?
Just the things you got last week.
Who's Oathblade?
Okay. Who picked up the ring?
I handed that to someone else.
Ogun grabbed that.
Ogun has the ring?
Yep.
Okay.
And I got the gems.
Okay, the ring is magical in nature. Ogun knows that.
Okay.
I have to read what you know instinctively by touching it. BT dubs. So just give me 1 second on that.
I have most of my spell slots left over. Do we want healing now, or do we want to save them for the next werewolf fight, which we may or may not be getting into immediately?
I'm okay. I didn't get hurt that much.
I know I used most of my lay on hands to keep Ogun stable.
And that all fell off
Appreciate it.
when he,
I'm fine though.
yeah, when he went back to being a human.
Is Ogun wearing the ring, or is he just pocketing it?
He just picked it up and pocketed it.
Alrighty.
I mean, if we're gonna get a short rest, then he'll put it on and try it out, or see what or maybe throw tech magic at it first.
Okay, I mean, you guys can do whatever you'd like inside of her place.
I think me and Willow were going up to check the top floor.
Yeah, Owl and Kara are going to go upstairs. Kara's sniffing around.
Okay. And everybody else is just licking their wounds, I guess, or just waiting on the bottom floor for your peeps to finish up.
Take.
Yep.
My weapon didn't do very much against that lady. And I know I struck some blows.
You need silver.
You do need silver.
Well, if we're fighting more of these things, then we need to rearm, or at least I do.
True, but if she was one of the primary stockpilers here in this town, we're not likely to find too much silver weaponry.
Maybe we should seem like we've moved on and see if we can find some, re-equip, and then come back.
Well, there is another part of that. If we can get somebody under a moonbeam, then they'll shift back, and I think then the silver wouldn't matter.
Yes, they should be vulnerable at that point. It's just the darkness was really messing with our primary plan of attack.
Do you think those suckers know all of that?
They'd have to be casters.
I think it's unlikely. Most werewolves are, of course, not known for being clever.
Well, that one sure was.
I think that's a stereotype.
Yes, but... stereotype schmereotype.
Do not underestimate your enemy.
It's a stereotype for a reason. He says, butting into a scene he's not a part of.
Alright, so the people going upstairs, you're going to step into where this area below is, kind of like her large warehouse. Up here, you guys are in the middle of what appears to be 4 doors and a small hallway. One door is open. There are 2 separate beds in the room that you can see, along with 2 nightstands next to one bed. The other bed has nothing on it. The other 4 doors are closed. There's one door essentially in each direction. There's 2 doors on the south wall, forming kind of like a 90-degree... Well, actually... Hey, here we go. We can draw this for you. Door and door. And then from here, there is another door. You guys came up a staircase that spirals up into this corridor. And the final door is back along a walkway that overshadows this staircase. This other area is kind of like a large lounge area atop the shop with furniture and other lavish things for just relaxing and doing minor amounts of work or having meetings. The bedroom door is the one that is immediately open as you step up here. It's the one, I guess, which would be north of you.
Okay, using my primeval awareness, can I detect any humanoids?
Within 5 miles, yes. Not here.
Okay.
Well, besides Willow and Soulmane.
No, Willow and Soulmane are not No, I'm kidding. Yes.
Okay, well, wait, who came up with me?
Willow and Soulmane.
Alright, I'll look to those two and using silent speech, meaning in their minds, they'll just hear, clear of humanoids.
Soulmane's gonna investigate one of the doors that is not open currently.
Alrighty. Which one do you want?
I'm trying to click, but it's not pinging.
Oh, it's probably
the
pinging
one
in black.
Door number 1.
The one down the hallway that goes to... Yep, that one right there.
Alrighty. So, you step into this room. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check. If you just... Well, I'll describe to you what you see in here. This is a long room. There is a stone lined on the floor, and along the walls here, there is a odd green. There's an odd different color. It's slightly green in appearance. Stone that water is streaming along the surface of it. It looks like a very long bath of sorts for multiple people. This room's probably about 20 feet.
Sorry, I didn't do Arcana.
Okay, this room's probably about 20 feet in length and, or actually about 30 feet in length and about 10 feet in width. With, the 5-foot bath taking up an entire half of the room. 15, you stick your hands in the water that's running along the wall here. That's probably elevated 3 feet above the bath. It is warm, very warm. This area has plumbing. However, you don't find anything here particularly sinister. You can add several bars of soap to your inventory if you'd like. Or, you know what? You can also add fragrances to your inventory, too. They are worth 20 gold each, and you can put them as a luxury perfume.
How many?
Say it again?
How much?
They're worth 20 gold each. You can put them in as luxury perfume.
How many?
9.
Nine at 20 a piece?
Yes.
Soulmane will just head out, look over at Alward and say, really nothing in there. Looks like a communal or extended bath.
Owl will nod, and using a short sword... Oh, actually, nah, he won't use a short sword. Kara will just basically walk into one of the other closed rooms. Let's go south since it's close.
Okay.
Let's go this one.
You want me to make sure not booby trap first?
That's a secondary entrance to the bathing room. It's an entrance from her meeting area.
Well, that's kind of disappointing.
You guys have 2 left.
I'll check. You want to check out the bedroom, Alward? I'll check out the room that's closed.
Alright.
Alright, so, heading into the room that's closed, you can see it has 2 hearth places inside of here. Between the hearth places, there is a table with a pile of chopped wood stacked on it. Additionally, here there are I lied to you. I'm sorry. Yeah, additionally here there are 2 more tables in this room, and you see various knickknacks scattered through here. Any more... That's everything you see with your passive perception. An investigation, you are going to find a secret door on the far eastern side of this room, underneath the second table, and it is just a small little area that kind of divots into the floor. Like the floor up here is about a foot thick. In this area, you find a plethora of manacles, crowbars, what appears to be a pristine set of thieves' tools. Generally the things you wouldn't expect a merchant to have. Additionally, there are also 5 unused slave collars down here too. Oh, there's a wand also sitting here.
A wand?
Yes.
Soulmane will resupply his own thieves' tools. Make sure everything is up to stock on it. What's ever left, he'll give to I'm forgetting names of myself. He'll give to practice.
Alrighty, so the first thing you're gonna notice about these tools, comparing them to your own, they are significantly better. They glisten, almost.
Then I will take the whole thing and give practice my own.
They are magical in nature, but you can't discern it just by looking at them.
Nice. So I will put in my inventory magic thief tools. And I will grab the wand and the unused slave collars.
Okay. Outward. In the room.
Yeah, hello.
So, in here, there are 2. There are 2 beds. They are spread apart on different sides of the room. The closest bed to you has 2 nightstands next to it. There appears to be some sort of potion or drink on the nightstand. Otherwise, you don't find anything else particularly interesting in this room.
Nothing my 17 passive perception doesn't catch out?
No, the bed's immaculately well made. This seems to be just a quarters for sleeping for her and her Oathbound, are Oathsworn, and let's see. You do notice that drink is whatever she was drinking. It's kind of sludgy in nature.
I want to like take the bottle, want to like open it, and I want to take a sniff.
Let's see. It smells pretty potent, like sulfate and powder.
Would you call that a nature arcana?
You can do any of those.
Would a medicine check work?
Yeah, medicine would try and discern like what's in it, and then from what's in it, like discern its properties.
That's better.
A 14. There are 2 pearls in here, and as you sniff this a little bit more, also with whatever like sulfate powder she put in here, it's also a there's also alcohol in here. With a 14 medicine, I mean, it'd be really hard to tell what this thing does. The guesses you have, some sort of either A, hallucination juice, or B, repellent.
Wonder who to test it on. Would survival help? At this point, I don't know.
Survival, not so much. Not at this point.
I mean, I was joking, but okay. I have proficiency. Actually, how much would you say I got to learn of her character?
Not very much, actually. Very
I'm
very
gonna guess
little.
nowhere near enough to even attempt an insight.
On like what you would have been doing with this?
Yeah.
You can attempt it. DC 17.
Come on, not 20, not 20, not 20.
Yeah, you got nothing on it.
I'm going to put the cap back on the bottle. I'm going to put it into with the little travel satchel on Kara's barding.
It's not in a bottle. It's in a mug.
It's in a mug.
Yes.
Can I find a bottle?
Yeah, you can. I mean, she had bottles downstairs. You could pour out some wine and pour this thing into it.
Okay. Before, like, I'm gonna put it back down on the little bed table and look around for literally anything of value.
Anything of value? Her bedroll is made of silk. It had to be imported.
Yeah, sure, I'll take that. Just roll it on up, shove it in the
I'm
travel
going
bag.
to roll you a percentage die too. Outward would catch this. The other bed is decorated with furs on top of it. Those could be worth money to somebody. Pelts. Oh god. Here we go. Above 25%, they're not bear pelts.
Ooh.
It's 63%. They're probably about 3 different pelts. Wolf, one that's like Scalian fashion, that is purely for decoration and not for like sleeping warmth. And another one, we'll say it's of some sort of cat.
Okay, Howard will climb off of Kara, go over to the skins, and just like slowly fold them up.
Okay, in total,
if Soulmate is just like, is it like at this point if Soulmate is coming out, he may just hear Howard going, she doesn't deserve this.
In total, they're 18 pounds.
Sure, Kara can carry all that.
Alrighty, do you guys head back downstairs?
Find anything of interest up here?
I found some kind of strange concoction. Well, drinkable. Not sure if it's actually safe to drink, but it's drinkable.
Everything is drinkable. Doesn't mean it's all safe. Can I do like an investigation, see if I recognize any of the components in it?
Yeah, you can. I mean, you guys have magic users downstairs.
Alright.
Yeah, but screw magic users.
I'm gonna use that.
Yeah,
I'm gonna use that first
Roll.
roll and then add your investigation to it. So it's gonna be an 18.
It's exactly the same.
Yeah. Looking at this thing, you recognize. You recognize there are gemstones used in whatever. Like there are gemstones inside of this beverage. Whatever it is probably magical in nature. It is also very, very, very pungent. Yeah,
Pungent.
that one. Soulmane can put together lots of guesses on it. Perhaps smelling salts.
Well,
Probably whatever it
smells
is, not
alcoholic, at
healthy.
least.
Yeah.
Jesus, this smells worse than your bear's ass.
The alcohol would probably
beg
help
your
with it
pardon?
going down.
I beg your pardon. Would you like?
That's-
Would
Yes,
you
no
like to
pardon,
feel
I'd be
the
begged.
taste of my short sword?
Whatever, Shorty. Let's go downstairs and have one of the magic users tell you what the hell exactly is in here. It's probably not safe to drink at all.
Someone, as he walks off, it feels a dart in the back of his head.
Feels a what?
Feels a death glare to the back of his head.
All right, you guys head downstairs. You can converse with your party.
Well, Soulmane's gonna drop the blade of collars on the ground. I think I found where she hid her slave equipment.
Ooh, kinky.
One of you magic people might be able to make use of this, and he throws probably Owen the wand.
Alright, maybe.
I will go empty a wine bottle.
There's some weird liquid potion something or other that Elward found. Definitely seems like some kind of homebrewed tonic or toxin or something. It was not good, whatever it was.
It does not smell nice, and should probably go in this bottle. Because that's a mug, and not exactly good for carrying around.
Well, don't
What's
sort
weird
the
is
wine
there's
out.
like gemstones inside of it itself.
Oh, come on, give me a sniff. I may not even want to keep that.
Ogun smells it.
Yeah, just kind of like, you know, the chemistry way where you don't put your nose right over it, you just wave the
Yeah.
vapors over to your
Once again, just potent, just sulfate smell. It, like just waving this stuff into your face. Your nostrils start to burn a little bit as like all your senses are opened up.
They put lavender here and
I'll make
in
a
here
con
and it
save.
went bad. Maybe that's it. Is there a better or another thing that would be appropriate to roll for that? Is it a more an arcana or more a nature?
So, your allies have, for the most part, identified what's in here. You can roll an Arcana check to try and see what all of these ingredients do, or you can.
Yes.
So, this, as they describe to you the ingredients and like what goes into here, Ogun's going to get a very old school feel of like identify potions of how people used to have to cast the spell before magic, evolved. with those pearls, there's gonna be some sort of like divination, oracle type vision inducing. However, everything else in this potion just burns away the senses. Ogun can summarize that this is probably a very, very powerful roofie of sorts.
The stuff you do before Rehypnol is invented.
Yeah, basically. So, don't ever drink one unless you want to forget your next
Again.
a day or so.
Fair enough.
Last day. It's
Right.
hard to tell, but
Is it just me, or is Taser really low tonight? I can barely hear him.
I've got him at 200%, but I can hear him fine.
Yeah, I do.
I got it too, and I can barely hear anything he's saying.
There we go.
well, trying again, testing. I moved my mic in just a smidge.
That's better. I can hear you better, but it's still kind of low. But I can actually, understand you now.
Okay. So I'll reiterate. So, this is what you drink if you want to forget tomorrow, or maybe yesterday, possibly both.
Oh, give me 1 second to look up the Xanathar's ruling on spells, because I think you might actually discern a little bit more information from it.
Well, regardless, as they're going on about this, Howard's going to approach with an empty wine bottle. Yeah, we should, how about we put it into something a little more containable?
Yeah, do that.
If this does what you say it does, this might be an interesting way to take care of our two birds with one stone problem.
Which birds are you talking about?
And
The coven.
You mean the rest of the werewolves?
Yeah. A
Mm,
lot easier to fight when they're drugged and unable to fight back.
I wouldn't
in that
say.
case, why
don't
why
know
go
if
for this stuff as opposed to, I don't know, just normal drinks?
And it's going to be hard to stealth that bucket of stinky right there into something else.
Soulmane pulls out some of the perfumes. Has some of these out and might be able to help max the smell.
Mm,
Aren't they part dogs? I doubt they'll fall for that trick.
Two strong smells will eventually cancel each other out.
I have
That's
gone to
awful
battle wearing
risky
some
tipping
weird
our
stuff
hand.
to mask my scent, but that's going to be a different one.
Well, it's risky. I never said it was going to work, but
Yeah, no,
I
I
mean-
wouldn't. I don't know about that one. It doesn't seem all that
it's
useful.
an option.
Because, I mean, by the time I grab them by the face, their senses, aside from, sight and touch, aren't going to matter much.
Alright, Ogun,
Mm-hmm.
roll me that check with advantage, since
Which
you
one?
are a druid. The Arcana check.
Man, I got a 20 the first time around and 21 the second time around.
Okay, I'm going to count that 11 because the 20 was your first one and then the 11 was your second.
Okay.
You surmise that there's probably more to this concoction than you're able to discern.
Okay. Is there anything I can do with an herbalism kit to test it, or do I think a detect magic would help me?
Detect magic will tell you, and this is just GM to player. Detect magic will tell you the school of magic, but it doesn't tell you the properties of something.
We might be able to have Scary identify what this exactly does when she gets back.
Okay. Does a herbalism kit help you identify things like that?
I don't believe so. I'll double check just to make sure I'm not cheating you.
Okay.
Because I'm
In
on the
any
page
case,
right now.
in any case, the mug of sludge is now a bottle of sludge.
Okay. Let's see. Knowledge of nature and uses of herbs can allow you. Yeah, you'd be able to identify more components of it, which, I will say if you're able to beat a DC, if you're able to beat a DC 16 check on your herbalism kit, it's actually going to affect that roll you just had, because you literally missed the check by 1 point. So if you can identify those few components your companions didn't, then the memory's gonna snap to Ogun's mind of oh snap, I know what this does.
Okay. Is there any more advantage for being a druid?
No, that was the ruling for identifying spells and effects from Xanathars. If it's cast within a similar spell type to what your class is good at, you automatically have advantage on it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's gonna continue
I'm
to.
burning inspiration for that one just because I'm.
Wait, does that mean that
Okay.
I should have gotten advantage on that
Yeah,
medicine?
have it.
Oh, wait. So
It's going.
since
Say it again.
since I is ranger and ranger is essentially martial druid, should I have had advantage on the medicine check?
No, it's specifically for Arcana checks, and yeah, it's gonna just linger right outside of Ogun's mind.
It's that's right on the end of your tongue, and it's not there. I'll get it. Give it tomorrow.
How about we just we put it to the side for now, but puts it in Kara's travel thing,
Okay.
Yeah.
and maybe you'll think of it when we're doing something else.
The pearls themselves are massive. They are about a quarter of the size of your palm. As you pour the sludge into the wine glass, the pearls themselves, the two pearls don't go into the glass.
Do they still look like they're good? Like they're actual pearls?
Yeah, if anything, they look like they've probably increased in value. They're pristine as the sludge slides off of them.
Is Curio's corpse still there?
Yeah, nobody's done anything with it.
Right, I want to rip off a bit of her sleeve and just tie up her two pearls and just basically stick the end of the cloth inside the bottle and then put the cork in the bottle. So essentially the two pearls are in a little sack attached to the bottle.
Okay.
Wouldn't
It's
she-
yellow, the cloth you rip off of her. Somebody asked a question.
Wouldn't she have
that was
hulked
just
out of her
Logan muttering,
clothes, or
what
would
the
those
hell
have
kind of
transformed
bullshit?
with her?
They were, loose-fitting robes and garments. So they were enough that, she knows she's a werewolf and she's not going to wear things that rip every single time.
In any case, she's not
Brendan
missing
says,
part of her
please
left
don't make me
sleeve.
describe that, Jade.
Exactly.
In any case, she's missing part of her left sleeve now. Well, she'll miss it.
I'm gonna turn to Howard and say, keep that hidden though. We don't want anybody to see that and realize that we've done what
Keep
we've
what
done.
hidden?
Why? This was a paying job.
Fair enough. That is true.
Keep what hidden?
Yeah, I was about to say, this is the part where you shout to the whole town, because we're being obvious about this one.
Mm-hmm.
If anything, we should be dragging her out right now, because that's how we're getting our money for this.
I mean, I
Yeah,
could
let's do
have. I mean, if you want, I could attach some rope to her feet and Kara could just drag her out into the square.
Don't need that.
But
Brandon, how much hair does she
she
have?
wronged Kara.
How much hair does she have?
Yeah, Long hair? Short hair?
Actually, I was supposed to say, I think she does have enough hair to grip. I put a picture of her. Deceased.
Is she fuzzy?
Yes, she has plenty of hair for you guys to grab.
Excellent. Just grab her by the hair, drag her straight out into the square.
Okay, but is she fuzzy right now?
No, she is in human form. All lycanthropes and shape changers revert back to their normal form when they're dead or unconscious.
Soulmane pulling out his sword. Do we need the whole body?
Okay,
No,
just saying. She doesn't look like a werewolf.
So?
It's
Okay.
her name and who she is literally pasted on the board for this job.
Yeah, I don't think we need to prove this to anybody.
That's why I'm saying we could just get away with taking her head off and bringing that.
What are you going to do with the rest of it?
Burn it?
Throw her in a little sex dungeon downstairs.
We could throw her down one of these holes.
That's what I
Yes,
was
but then
saying.
you're making more mess and then cleaning up your own mess. What's the point? We're just going to drag it out in the square. And, the body will probably need to get burned along with the rest of it anyways, just for,
Yeah.
That's true. Stop
keeping
the
bad
spread.
spirits away, that sort of thing, whatever they believe in this area.
She's
And
not a
well, I
snake.
would rather-
She's not
I'm going
bite
to
people
slide
after
over to
she's
Howard.
dead.
Care of, so there's no
And I'm going to
resurrecting
look
it.
at him, and I'm going to say, I know you have the money. Don't fuck with us.
Hmm?
And then I'm going to slide away.
Okay, OC, I am not the only one who completely missed who that was aimed at, correct?
That was at Outward.
Okay, that seemed a little off-killed. Just completely out of the blue, but okay.
Alright, so what's the game plan with the body?
Ogun grabs it by the hair, drags it out.
Okay.
Heading for the square. We're going to, get paid and all that kind of stuff.
Alright, so you guys step out into the main part of Amberside. It is moving into the afternoon as you guys are dragging this body through. And once again, Amberside's a tiny town. As you guys are dragging this body, across the single road that passes through this town, a few people are going to be, looking at you and grimacing as, the news has...
Like we're madmen for dragging a dead body through the streets in broad daylight? Yeah. Imagine that.
I mean, the news hasn't completely spread yet, but...
glad I'm not with that party. Whew.
For the...
as we're walking along, Tika's gonna expend a charge of Divine Sense to just kind of look around. She's kind of just looking to see if she can pick up on Terror Cry. She knows he's probably not going to be here, but if he is, can't be too careful.
Okay, how long does Divine Sense last?
I believe a minute.
Okay, and anyone you get within 30 feet of?
Pretty sure it's 60 feet.
Okay. I will keep that in mind because you
60 feet.
might pick up on something else. Alrighty. So, you guys drag this body out into the town square, wind whipping at your guys' face. A couple people are going to go running off as you do. And in about 5 minutes, Peasley is walking towards the center of town with about three other minor town members that you guys have seen around the inn and around the bunkhouse. She is going to be surprised at this scene and say simply turning her head into me or reporting that the job was done would have been enough. And she's going to say, well, I'll make sure your payment's waiting for you inside the inn. Again, and she looks to Willow, we find ourselves indebted to you for helping our town.
We're not done.
She's gonna look at Koyu and say, "Are you sure we haven't had any reported incidents of the town of werewolves before you guys came back in? I think this should be enough to solve the problem."
Out of character, did we get paid? I'm sorry, I missed that part.
She hasn't paid you yet.
Sending the payment.
Oh, she's
So-
sending the payment? Oh, God.
So you're kind of late to say we're not finished yet. We're kind of early, even.
Yeah, nothing's done until we're paid. Money, body, money. I give you body, you give me money. This is how this works.
Precisely.
And she's gonna nod and say, "Oh, I'll ensure you're paid before you leave town. When will you be leaving, by the way?"
Hopefully on the morrow.
She nods and says, "Well, then it'll be waiting for you. And once again, you've done us a great service." And she's going to gesture to the 3 townspeople she's with and say, "See to it that she gets a proper burial. Horrible thing werewolves are, but still nonetheless she was a citizen."
Brandon,
Uh,
I want to insight to make sure she's even gonna pay us for this.
Alrighty,
Oh,
go
yeah.
ahead and roll it.
Yeah, ditto. Because that's a.
Yeesh, that was a bad roll.
Yeah, I mean, as far as you guys can tell, she definitely.
Hold on.
Oh,
So that is in reality a 17.
Okay. All right. So you guys can definitely discern that. Yeah, she definitely is going to pay you. Like, you know, she paid Willow when he came through town. She's going to, from everything she's telling you, yeah, it's going to line up. But more so, she probably just wants to make sure you guys are leaving first before, you know, paying. Teak smites.
hey, you there. If you're taking the body. it
I was
gets
testing.
burned.
Also turns
Don't
out
argue.
divine sense lasts until the end of my next turn.
Okay. And that time you did not detect any anything out of the ordinary.
Alright, sounds good.
Oh, all right. I
See,
need
not
food
to
and rest.
continue being. Sorry, go on.
Peasley is going to say, "Oh, and by the way, from my hunting tower, I saw your companions on the northeast side of the mountain, picking all sorts of herbs. If I was you, I'd tell them to be careful. The storms come and go on this mountain, and sometimes they can be caught by surprise."
Thank you for
I'm going.
your warning.
I'm going to look to Salmaine. Just if you want, I can go and get them. I am, at the very least, good at navigating in the wild.
That's probably smart.
Yeah, would you mind, Alred?
Of course not. Just be sure that there's nothing left unexplored down there. That is specifically what Salmaine hears in his mind, like that last line.
Okay,
Because
so Alred
silent
didn't
speech
say
is
it
amazing.
out loud. So you don't say it out loud, you say it into my brain.
That last line, make sure no stone is left unturned. You hear that last bit in your line, last bit in your mind.
Alright.
And with that, we'll just walk off on car out of town to fetch the blue band.
Alrighty. Roll me a survival check. DC 10. They were not stealthy at all. Headed off.
I mean, should I even bother with my primeval awareness?
Yeah, you can discern their location. Oh, and their direction. Yeah. So yeah, you can.
I basically have radar to where they are.
You don't know exactly who's over here, but you're gonna feel multiple bodies in this direction on the mountainside. Specifically, 3 different groups.
Okay.
Do you want me to roll
I'm gonna
you
roll survival
a?
anyway.
Okay, I was gonna say I can roll you a D3 on which one you pursue. Yeah. You know the group of people that you're looking for is a group of 4, and definitely by Skari's pacing and Nikiran's pacing, you would be able to follow them through the.
And Kara is familiar with Skari's scent.
Yeah. You are going to be able to find them. What is the rest of the party doing in this time?
Literally everything.
I want to take a rest if I can. Or
Okay.
Soulmane would say after Peasley and them left, we need to explore that tunnel down below her house.
Yeah, definitely. But resting too, so.
And I whisper, maybe we should do that after the threat is gone.
Do that before what?
After the threat is gone.
Well, if you want, I can sneak down into there while you guys leave tomorrow, throwing up air quotes, find the exit for it, and get you guys to there.
I don't want to wait till tomorrow to kill more werewolves. I'm having fun here. I need rest.
Jeff, with you talking very low, I wonder if he heard any of that.
I heard it.
I heard I don't want to wait till tomorrow to kill werewolves, and that was about it.
The rest of it was, I need a little rest.
Alright, well, if looking over at Teak, you don't mind me exploring by myself, if you trust me enough to do that.
Is Fractus nearby?
I am right next to him.
I look at Fractus.
And apparently I throw an insight check.
Who, against Soulmane?
Amazing.
Nah, it's 17.
All right. Yeah, as far as from what you can tell from Soulmane, he's earnestly wanted to help you guys out. He's got, he had a vendetta with Elena, and now maybe you guys are growing on him? Question mark?
Does Fractus nod in my direction?
Yeah, I kind of give you a little shrug.
Teak looks...
Shrug in an affirmative.
Alright, Teak nods and says, just remember, if you do try to run off, we will find you.
I'm gonna look at him and go, I doubt he'll run. And then I'm gonna turn to him and say, by the way, how are you going to get back up? Are you going to jump down there?
Well, I'm gonna use the rope that I'll leave a rope hanging there, and hopefully I'll be able to find the exit wherever that is.
Would you like some rope?
It's always
I have
good to
rope.
have somebody watch the other end of your rope.
Very well.
Fractus.
Yes.
Soulmane throws him his old thieves' tools.
I'm gonna look at him and go, keep them. I don't use these things very often myself.
He pulls out the flashy, newer ones. I got better ones.
Ooh, where'd you get those?
In the same place I found the shackles and that wand you guys have.
I'm going. I know he's telling the truth, but Fractus would think he's lying at that point. So, and of course, I roll good on that. Fractus is going to nod and say, "Then go ahead and give them to your friends." Like I said, I don't use them very often, but I appreciate the honesty.
Fair enough.
And then I'm going to turn to Teak. Allward is gone, right?
He is.
I'm going to turn to Teak, and I'm going to say, now, Allward, on the other hand, he keeps pocketing money like he's ready to run.
Soulman's gonna stealth back to the house to to try to get into the underside of it again.
Okay.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, that's a sleight of hand, but it's the same bonus plus 10, so it'll still be a 27.
Okay.
Unless you want me to roll it again.
No, that's fine. Is are Teak and Fractus continuing their conversation?
Did Teak hear me?
Yeah, I heard you.
Alrighty. Let's see. We've got Soulbane and we've got Outward headed off. Where's the party headed from here? Teak, Ogun, Fractus, and that's it. Oh,
we
and
were
Willow.
going to. We were planning on purging the rest of the werewolves, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we were going to go and rest, though, and make it seem like we were waiting for money, which we are, but...
Yeah. Well, out of character, Ogun needs his wild shapes back if he's going to be,
All right, Brandon, can I spend a few minutes in prayer to, since we're going to be resting soon anyway, to prepare the spell Locate Object?
You can. We talked about your preparation for, or rather, if you complete a short rest, you can prepare your paladin spells as normal.
I did just double check the rules on that, and it says that I can spend time after a long rest, or rather, I can change what spells I have prepared after a long rest. It says specifically, you can change your list of prepared spells when you finish a long rest. Preparing a new list of paladin spells requires time spent in prayer and meditation, at least 1 minute per spell level for each spell on your list. So I'm not sure if you want to observe that or keep it as we have it.
Oh, okay, yeah, it's going to be like we discussed before then. You're going to drop all your other spells in order to prepare that one for your rapid prepping.
All right, in that case, I will do so.
Alrighty. You guys head to the inn to do a short rest, or just... I'm just trying to get okay, so you guys are going to be indisposed for an hour. Alright. So, we'll handle Soulmane first, since he's the closest in town. Then we'll go over to Outward, and then we'll come back to the party. So, Soulmane, nobody has been inside of this house since you guys left it. Peasley has came over to the as the other people were carrying off the body. Peasley seemed to have something prepared. She's came over to the place, or to Kuyu's building, and has hammered something into the door. It is a parchment that seems to be an official letter from the town magistrate. Other than that, she walked off Nobody's really observing you as you come here. The sign on here says it is a letter to her Oathsworn, explaining the situation of what happened, and that she had secretly been parading around as a werewolf, and that for the good of town, Peasley put out a bounty on her. Her Oathsworn does not seem to live in the town regularly. It's presumable that, this was left, for them to see whenever they get home. If you want, you can remove it, or you can just walk inside.
I ignore it and go inside.
Alrighty. So the floor itself, she was practice disabled the trap. She wasn't able to turn it off. All of the holes still stand. All of the holes are still there in the ground.
I will find one that I had climbed out of.
Okay.
Is the rope still there?
I think you use Willow's rope to get out of there. I presumed, he would have pulled it back up and tied it and put it back in his pack when he was done.
Okay, so I'll just use my own then.
Alright, you don't have a heavy party member in chainmail armor, or, half-plate armor, to hold you as you climb out. What do you want to secure this to? There's the desk in here. You can try and, tie it to, like, a spike in another hole, or, like, around one of the boards or the shelves.
Probably one of the... I'll try to do a hole that's closest to the desk. And secure it to the desk.
Alright, roll me a sleight of hand check for just how well you use this rope, and otherwise you can descend down there with ease. In this tunnel, it is about 60 feet in radius in every direction around you. From what you assume is eastward. The tunnel extends past your dark vision. You are in damp, warm water that is probably about 3 inches deep.
Hey, I will start heading down.
Alright, give me a second. I'm going to switch the music to suspense. Alright, so you walk about 190 feet before you start hearing the distant echoes of voices. The tunnel still extends past your vision.
I will start creeping up quietly to where I hear the voices.
Okay. You walk for about another 80 feet before you can before you see this tunnel bending, and there is just in the distance dim light. What is Soulmane's passive perception?
Passive perception is 11.
The dim light is peeping around this corner. It is within your vision at about 50 feet. You yourself are about from whatever source is emitting this light. You yourself are about 70 feet away from it.
And I still can't see what it is.
So you get to the range of like where you can hear the voices, and it is a bend. Looking, if you go around this bend and look, it's within 50 feet. But all of this triggered at your perception range.
Okay. I will go up to the bend and I will try to listen before I stick my head around to see.
Alrighty. Looking in the distance here, there are maybe doors, maybe more cavernous entrances, maybe barrels from this distance. Some blobs, too, around them. Dark, large.
Alright, do I still hear the voices or no?
From this distance, you do. They sound like they're in agony.
Alright, I'll try to stealth closer.
Alright. Getting closer in this area, it's going to be as soon as you get within 30 feet and you can see fully in this light the whole, like, the colors of everything, and not just like distant discernible or indistinguishable blobs. You're going to notice these doors over here are built into the stonework of the cave. There's text above the doors, and it seems that there's a whole pack of wolves down here sleeping. The voices are coming from deeper in this chamber.
A whole pack. How big of a pack? Are we talking like 5 or 10?
Soulmane can neither. Soulmane can count 8.
And when you say wolves, it's wolves, not werewolves, right?
From what Soulmane can tell, yes.
I will try to stealth by him.
All right. You don't, or rather, none of them are. Say it again.
No, that's fine. Never mind.
All right. So, none of them are going to, like Soulmane's moving super stealthily through here. None of them are going to notice Soulmane. As you're moving through this area, though, you are going to notice, before you get close, like within range of them, you're going to notice every so often one of them wakes up and looks down the center tunnel towards where the voices are echoing from. Just, kind of twitches its ears a little bit. It doesn't wake up, like, immediately, like, what's wrong. It's kind of like a slow thing, like, drifting out of its slumber, looking down the tunnel, and then laying its head back down, like, Soulmane himself, though, can get within range of these things without waking one up. If he wants to look down the tunnel, or walk down this tunnel, it's going to... he can surmise that one's probably going to notice him.
I'm going to back up about 15, 20, 30 feet.
Okay.
Back in the corner.
There are multiple doors, BT dubs, in here. There are 5 in total.
That's fine. I'm going to back up to that corner where I was.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to tap my hat, transforming into Soleil, or whatever her name was.
Koyu?
Koyu, the shopkeeper, yeah. I'm going to take out some of the perfume and dab it on my neck so I have her scent on me.
Alrighty.
And then I will proceed to walk back down towards the doors.
So, you are going to step into this chamber. Again, on notice. Well, actually, I'm going to give them all secondary checks because you are much more scented now. So, the first set of checks was, like 14, 6, 6, 14, 14, one, nat 20 before any of, like, their bonuses. And the second set of checks is nat 20, 19, 17, and 11. Alright, so, as you step back into this chamber, before you were pretty much on notice. These dogs are loosely awake as they're, just kind of guarding this area. And, they're occasionally waking up and, like, sniffing and looking around. And as soon as they, like, smell that new scent, one's going to perk up and its tail's going to start wagging across the ground. And another one's going to look up and they're going to start looking around. And then one's going to notice you and run in your direction, followed by, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then you're swarmed by all 8 of these things, just right around you, like wagging their tails, looking at you. Oh god, they're going to... Does Soulmane want to do anything?
Soulmane's just gonna play it off, smile like, yes, my precious, kind of trying to imitate her voice. Yes, my preciouses, I've come back down to check on things.
Okay.
And then he's going to pull out a few pieces of dry meat from his rations, and start handing it to him.
Okay, you don't have time to do that. I specifically wanted to know one thing before they touch you. 8 of them are going to get a wisdom save against your disguised self when they come into contact with you. Like, they're going to they're going to come at you so excited and just be ready to jump on you. That, they're not attacking you, but they will get the touch that triggers the wisdom save. It's DC 13 for the hat. 1 is going to pass. 2 is going to pass. And let me look at their statistics. Rat.
You're so...
Soulmane, mauled to death in a tunnel.
How do you feel about your bones?
They've got +1 to wisdom, so... Alright, so that one's going to be a 12, that's going to fail, so 2 of them are going to...
Weep loudly.
He's going to try his best to imitate her voice and try to convince them that they were mistaken while pulling out the rations for her.
Alright, roll me a handle animal check.
Oh, goody. This ought to be fun.
Woo! Woo! Alright, the dire wolf is attacking you.
Nope, that's bad.
You can roll initiative against it.
Sorry, I think I rolled something I didn't want to. I'm using my phone still, and it's just...
Okay, I can count that as your initiative. It was an 18, and then I think you've got, 5 in your dexterity?
My initiative is a +7.
Okay, so that's going to be a 25. You have beat its... You've beat its 10, and you have beat its... the other one, you have beat its 8. The other 6 wolves are joining initiative at the bottom of the round after this round of action. As they, don't know, what's going on. And when the other ones start attacking you, then that's when they're going to join in. What do you want to do?
Oh, shit. Nice doggies.
Guys, I think we're gonna need a new rogue. Wait, nope, we've got one. Never mind.
Hey, if we go down there, I'll get a shiny new set of lockpicks.
Right?
Blue Skidoo, we can too. Bonus
Anthony,
action, disengage. Action, regular movement, just start sprinting back.
All right, down the tunnel. Let me see if they can catch you. Oh my god, the direwolf has 50 feet of movement. So, among these, there's only one direwolf. The other ones have 40 feet of movement. Alright, so, you start sprinting away, and this direwolf is going to chase after you, followed by the other wolf that caught onto your scent. So you can dash 60 feet. It can run 50.
So it can dash 100, but
Yeah, but it can't take an attack at you this turn if it does so. So,
just enough movement to screw him over.
all right, so it's going to dash it's going to dash around Soulmane, running in front of him. This large hulking wolf is going to block your path, and it is going to start growling as it's stepping towards you. It is in front of you, on the other side of you. The other creature, the wolf, is also going to take after you with a dash action. It flanks behind you. It is your turn. Seeing you run, the other 6 wolves enter initiative, and I'm not even going to add their dexterity mod to it. I'm going to roll 2 d20s, and 3 will move on the first d20, 3 will move on the second.
How far ahead
All
of me
last.
How far ahead of me is the direwolf?
The direwolf is directly in front of you. It's a large creature. It doesn't occupy this 20-foot wide cavern. You can presumably try and move around it.
That's what I'll do. I'll use basically triple dash.
Okay, you're going to take 2 attacks of opportunity. The first one is a 17 before it's...
Brandon.
Yes.
That will hit, but I'm also, with Blade Master, using my reaction to, since I have my blade, to bonus to +1 to my AC.
Okay. It's going to be a 22 versus your AC. It is going to hit you and deal 2d6 of damage. Let me get my d6 out so I can just roll these quickly. It deals 8 plus 3 points of piercing damage to you, so it deals 11 piercing damage. You must succeed on a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone.
Are you flipping kidding me? Oh boy!
Alright, I don't think regular wolves can knock prone. Oh, I lied. Alright, so the second wolf takes an attack of opportunity and crits with a 20. Alright, and just grab 4. Give me another strength saving throw, and it's going to be 6 plus 4 is 10 plus 4, 14 points. Or, wait, no, I'm sorry. Disregard that damage. This one is D4 for the wolf. It's smaller. 4d4 plus 2. Give me another strength saving throw. 11. So the big wolf, the dire wolf, dashes at you and or leaps at you and attempts to knock you prone. You take the claw, moving out of the way, but the smaller one leaps under you and it is going to knock you prone. You take a 17? Oh my god, that's so much damage! It's just a wolf! Alright. You take 17 points of piercing damage. God. Lee. Okay. You take 17 points of piercing damage, and you are knocked prone. It is half your movement to stand up. They don't reduce your movement to 0. You can continue your move action.
Yeah, I'll use
your movement.
My move actions move.
All right.
So I'll 60, 75 out of this round.
It's so you triple dash action. So you had 30 feet of movement, and then you had 60 feet, and then you had 90 feet of movement.
Yeah, but half my move, so half the 30 would be 15, so it'd be 75, right?
Oh, yeah, yep. I'm sorry. I was thinking it was a half yours. Well, actually, let me look at prone real quick. Because I think it's half of your total movement for the round. Prone. 190. Also see conditions. I'll see conditions when I want to see conditions. It is not a thing that happens very often. Movement. Being prone. Combatants often find themselves drop prone. Standing up takes more effort and costs an amount of movement equal to half your speed. Alright, so yes, it is 15. So you are, you can spend 15 points. Yeah, you're right at 75. You have 75 points of movement you can run.
Later, Wolfies.
Alrighty, so the great thing about that is the other 8 wolves can't get within range of you to attack you this round. They are going to move 85 feet down this tunnel. So sprinting back to the door, you rounded the bend, and that was your 60 feet of movement that turn. The wolf came in front of you, and then from there you just sprinted 75 feet. So 75 plus 60 is 135, and they move 80 feet closer to you. They are still, 55 feet out of your reach on their turn. The direwolf and the smaller wolf can both again continue their movement and move within range of you, because the small wolf is just going to be able to get behind you. The larger wolf is going to be able to get in front of you again. It is your turn. They have you surrounded a second time with the pack of wolves howling, barking, and running from down the tunnel much further behind you.
So he's still right in front of me, so right? The direwolf?
Yes. If you'd like, I will give you the option to do this as a chase sequence, but things could go horrifically bad for you if you'd...
No, I think this part's fine. Bonus action, disengage, double dash, or dash, run.
Alright, 60 feet. Alright, so you move 60 feet. That's 110 away from the wolf pack. They are able to close distance this turn. They move 80 feet towards you again, putting that distance at 30. They will be able to attack you next turn. 60 feet is not enough to save you from the 2 other wolves. The dire wolf's moving first. It does not have advantage on its attack against you. It rolls...
Well, but it only moves 50 if it was right in front of me.
Fudge! It has to dash again.
Yes.
You're a stupid face, Anthony. You're a stupid face. It dashes again. Same thing with the other one. and it is going to, it's gonna learn. Like, it keeps getting ready, like, to get this menacing attack. It's gonna be 10 feet in front of you this time. However, the smaller wolf is going to be directly on your flank.
Okay.
It is Soulmane's turn. Say it again?
It's gonna be 10 feet. It's gonna be 10 feet in front of me.
Yes.
It's
a stop running.
I'm not going to disengage from the one behind me, and I'm going to use the distance from the wall so I don't enter its attack, the direwolf's attack range.
Okay. You're going to be able to know this before you make that action. The wolf is 10 feet large. It is a large creature. The chamber is 20 feet wide. It occupies the center passage. You can move around it, but it can attack both sides of itself. You can make that move, though, if you want to.
No, I'll just have to disengage.
Okay. By the way, to Soulmane, the rest of this wolf pack looks like regular wolves, other than this dire wolf in front of you.
Yeah, I get that. I can't take a hit from that dire wolf again.
Okay. Alright, disengage, 60 feet. You outrun the wolf on your flank. The other wolves, your total distance from the other wolves is going to be 35 plus 60 is 95. They can move 80 and around. They are on your tail. In total, though, you find yourself back in the center chamber to begin climbing the rope. It's going to be an athletics check to climb out of here, because you don't have a climb speed. That said, the large wolf on its turn is going to be able to run you down, and I rolled the attack with advantage. It crit, but it does not have advantage, so I'm going to re-roll it, because I didn't designate which die was the first die. And I am going to re-roll a 10 plus its attack modifier is, believe that's 15 versus your AC. It is going to be 15 versus your AC. That's going to miss.
Yep.
It is going to use the... Gosh, it's behind you. It doesn't have any more movement and had to do that just to keep in range of you. It's yeah, that's where it's at. It's behind you. All right. Other wolf has to dash action. It's gonna dash, and this time it's going to run in front of you. Wolf pack moves within 15 feet of you. It is Soulmane's turn.
Where am I on the rope?
The rope itself is well secured. How
far away?
The rope is like you were able to get into the center of the chamber for the rope. This whole place was about 200 feet of walking. I don't know the exact number, but 3 rounds of triple and double dashing, you'd be back here. I'm assuming you ended your last turn underneath the rope.
Okay. Then I will bonus action disengage and start climbing.
Alrighty. It's going to be a strength check to climb up this rope. To do so hastily, you don't have to worry about the rope coming undone. If you fail the check by more than 10, though, you pulling like too frantically at this is
That's probably.
I was just about to tell you the check is going to be a 12, and I haven't told you the result. Do you want to use your inspiration?
I don't have inspiration.
Does anybody in the party want to grant Soulmane inspiration?
You see, I'm not sure whether or not to do it because it would be hilarious, or not because it would be...
As players,
Didn't we have to do that before the roll's made?
That's fair. 2.
I don't
Take
have
an inspiration.
in any case.
So,
Take an inspiration.
Soulmane, I haven't told you the result. I will allow you to use that inspiration.
Re-roll it?
You can re-roll it.
No?
If you fail the check by more than 10, the rope is coming down. Alright, 12. You are going to be able to climb half your speed.
Okay, so if I dash, that'd be 30 feet.
You can't dash into the air. Can't fly. It's to continue climbing hastily. You're gonna have to keep making that 12 check without slipping or falling. The space up is 40 feet into the air. Puts you back inside of the shop. I'm going to roll these wolves' intelligence checks. So first, the dire wolf is going to roll one. DC 16. They realize they can make your life hell by shaking this rope. I need to look up their intelligence. Oh, that's great. They got -4 to it. So they have to nat 20 this. Alright, and then the other wolves. So as you begin climbing out of this hole, the wolves are going to start barking at you. Just they are not smart enough.
Thanks.
They're not smart
That's
enough to realize what to do with the rope. Next round, they will get another check. You can continue climbing. DC 12 to climb hastily. DC 7 to just take your time getting up here.
Does it take my actions to do that?
Yes, to keep climbing, you do not have a climb speed. It takes your concentration and exertion.
Alright, I will...
I spend my action to look back and flick them all off. I stay right where I'm at.
Actually, I was planning on something if I could use my action, but if I can't, that's fine. I will try to go safely, knowing that if I fall, I could end up worse than Malik.
All right, you can spin. It's going to be 10 feet for this. You'll move at a third of your speed. All right. So you have 2 rounds of them. The other wolf has to nat 22, so I'm just going to... You have 2 rounds of them just yapping at you. You can go ahead and roll another. Same thing, and I'm just going to roll the last one. Okay, so on your turn, you can go ahead and roll that.
How much more do I go? Do I have to go up?
You have gone 25 feet into the air. You have 15 feet left to go.
Okay, so if I do this one as a push for the, speed,
yes,
I could get one this turn.
Yes,
if I get it. Did it not roll? Okay. Try again.
All right.
Oh, I'm dead.
Yeah, Soulmane is going to... You're not dead yet. Soulmane is going to try and like swiftly, climb up here like with all his bearings. Your hand is going to slip. You can roll a dexterity check to try and catch yourself. It's going to be the same thing. Save. It's going to be the same thing. 12. And you're just going to lose your. You're just going to lose your progress from the last round and this round, sliding down 10 feet before you catch yourself. Wolf number 6 this round, like as you slide down, notices that it's kind of hard for you to climb up here. He's going to grip the rope in his mouth, and he's going to begin vigorously shaking it. He lowers the check for all the other wolves, so much so that they're going to just kind of realize, like, wait, what's he doing? And he's going to try and fling you off of this rope. He's not big enough, smart enough, or in any sort of capacity able to do that. It does make Soulmane's life a little bit more difficult, but Soulmane can cling to this rope. He rolls a 13 to try and fling you off of this rope. I'm setting the check for him since he's small, and he actually has to move out of his space to do so. I'm going to set the check for him in the future for all the small ones at DC 15. They can throw you off this thing. It's Soulmane's turn. The other wolves are looking at this crazy wolf just vigorously shake this rope.
Well,
I mean, you either go up or you cling to this rope and you start throwing stars at these things.
well, not throwing stars. I gotta read something real quick. Excuse me.
Do you want to come back to Soulmane clinging to his life and switch over to Outward?
My spider sense is going off.
Yeah, that's fine. I just wanted to check on something. We go ahead.
Alright, so, Soulmane clings to his life above a pit of rabid wolves. Outward!
I have a plan, don't worry.
You...
Quick, smash cut! For PG purposes.
You are able to track the blue band. They are in the forest growing outside of the town. This is, and one of the great things about Amberside, time after time after time, is it's built into the side of the mountain that is shielded from the harsh weather. This is a forest of like pines and snow-covered evergreens that get the harshest part of the weather. Just maybe rotating 30 degrees around the mountain away from Amberside. All in all, the town is back in the distance, maybe 800 feet from your guys' vision. Peasley's watchtower overlooks this side of the mountain, and it basically sees the lower roads that head down towards Northwind. And it also oversees the roads that head into town and another mountain pass that, this whole place can be avoided. Her watchtower overlooks, like, this entire region. You can see it from where you're at and not see the horizon because of the forest. But you can summarize that she might have, like, 100-mile view in any direction from up there. That said... the blue band is just digging through the snow, finding what harsh herbs are able to make it in this season.
Okay.
And
as I get to about 100 feet away, I'll get off Kara and I'll start traveling via treetop.
Well, no, you're within range of them on the ground. Like, they're at the forest clearing.
I know.
The forest isn't thick enough in such a way that you can travel treetop to treetop without, like, trying to leap dangerously from each one.
Oh. Okay, how much shrubbery is there?
Maybe about a tree every 15 feet.
Enough for a small humanoid to do some sneaky sneakies?
Yeah, I mean, for the most part, you're already noticed from Kara. You guys stand out on this side of the mountain.
What are you talking about? Kara's over there. I'm on my own.
I mean, you can roll a stealth check. Yeah, you can assume you're on notice. The blue band is collecting to the task that you guys sent them to. Raceril is shaving moss off of a tree with his dagger. Skari is instructing him, holding a dagger of her own, and you see her just kind of like waving her hand like, no, do it like this, not Alomahora, Alomahora.
It's Levio's.
Oh yeah, that's it. That one.
Levio's. Aww.
For the most part, it seems like Nykirin is holding whatever they collect, and she's talking to Anston as Raceril and Skari are going about collecting the stuff. I don't remember their passive perception, so I'm just going to pull it up. Group A.
The worst part is that my passive stealth is better than my rolled stealth.
Yeah, for the most part, from what you can tell, you go pretty much on notice.
Okay, so let me just get this straight. Skari and Raceril are busy in front of like a tree, just carving moss.
Yes.
And Nykirin and Anston are just sort of in the corner of the clearing, just sort of doing whatever.
No, they're behind them. You see, Nykirin has her arms folded, and she has a variety of brown and green things in her arms. Anston is manacled.
Oh, okay. Yeah, Kara's gonna walk into the clearing, and Howard's literally just gonna be making his way to behind it, where like on the other side of the object that they're currently scraping moss off of.
All right, Skari's gonna stop from her lesson as Kara walks up, and Nykirin is going to look at Kara and say, "Our words without the bear. Something's wrong. Let's go."
And then it's like as they all turn towards the bear, and as Nykirin says that, Howard will literally just like, I assume everyone's just looking at the bear.
Yeah. Right now they're a little bit panicked.
Yeah. Howard will literally just pop out from around the tree, lean against it, like hands behind his head, foot cocked off sideways, and just goes, as if I'd leave her behind.
Yeah, Nykirin's gonna look at you and say, that's what I thought. And she's gonna say, they send you out here to pick herbs too?
No, just with a little forewarning. You can't really read the weather, can you?
She's gonna shake her head and say, I don't do much business in this region.
I meant in general, but that's fair. Yeah, safe to say, here's not a good place to stay for any amount of time. And, well, you see the tower?
Nykirin looks up at it and nods.
Yeah, he's the one who told us, who let me know that you're at the dangerous part of the forest.
She shakes her head and says, "The whole forest is moaning. Town is dangerous."
Oh, everywhere's dangerous, but at the very least in town, you know where you're supposed. At the very least, you know where is safe. Well, in theory. Out in nature, well, trust me, this is not a good spot.
Nykarin's gonna call to Skari as her and Rosero have gone back to carving moss, and Nykarin's
I'm stood right next to. I'm stood literally right next to them carving moss.
yeah, and Nykarin, like, this whole bundle, it's I mean, you can probably surmise this is maybe, you know, like 10 pounds of just plants, and it's a massive amount. And she's gonna say, Skari, do we have enough? And she says, not if we want to test the whole town.
Sorry, I didn't hear that. What?
Nykarin said, Skari, do we have enough? Skari said, not if we want to test the whole town.
Well, you don't have to necessarily test the whole town. Besides, flips a silver coin. There are easier ways to do it. However, I do prefer the natural route.
Nykarin is going to say, well, I'm freezing my damn boots off out here. I say, let's head back, and whenever they get back to the tavern, we just tell them this is all we could find.
Yeah, well, knowing them, they'll probably be somewhere in a tavern. That being said, I don't know them whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
I just, you know, they're city people. Probably drinking.
Alright, so, logistical stuff for Alward. When you guys sent Skari and them out here, Skari told you she had enough materials to brew 4 doses of the potion you guys theorized could test for werewolves. She now has enough to brew 19 in total. There are in upwards of 50 citizens living in Amberside.
Well, there's one less now, at least.
Oh yeah, so 56, 55. The blue band's going to start heading back towards town.
We'll hop on the back of Kara and just walk alongside them.
All right.
So, how long have you been out here? I kind of lost track of time.
If you want to make a small talk with them, they will engage you in it. But just for player reasons, you guys sent them out here at the start of the day, and then you guys decided to go hunt the werewolves without them. They have been here all morning.
Legit. Alright. So it's been like, what, 3-4 hours?
Yeah.
Well, let's see. Oh, we found one of the werewolves. Yeah,
Nykarin is going to be a little bit exasperated at that and say, the one with the 4,000 gold bounty?
Yep. Tried to, call Kara a beast. I mean, don't get me wrong, she's an animal, she's a bear, yes, but just completely rude. Don't even ask nicely if I could just take Kara out of the shop that definitely did not say anywhere, no animals allowed.
As Alward is talking, Nykarin looks like she's spaced out. Skari is going to look at her and say, no, I know that look.
I'm gonna insight it.
You can.
I would ask, but it's more fun to insight. It's also more fun to actually click on the character sheet.
Believe
Oh my god.
16. The blue band is heavily in debt. So Alward's going to be able to put together that they were willing to work for Elena for 1,000 gold a person and said that would pay off all of their debt. And they negotiated 2,000 gold per person, and was one of the reasons why they were so willing to travel with you guys. 4,000 gold pays off their debt. You see the gears working inside of Nykiren's mine. At her, at the heart of her character, she is the plan maker for thieves.
Okay, I was going to sigh, and Nykiren's going to hear in her head. I do have an alternative.
And she's gonna say, speak.
Well, since that shopkeeper was so utterly rude, after dealing with her, we had a little look round, and, well, she didn't treat nature nicely. So, I took away what nature she stole. And with that, Howard will sort of, unhook the little satchel where all the skins and basically everything that was looted from the shop. And he'll just hold it out.
And she's gonna say, are you giving these to us?
Well, what am I going to do with them? Sell them? No.
Nykiren is going to take them from you and
need the bottle.
Wait, say it again. What's that last statement?
Oh, I am going to need the bottle out of it though.
Yeah, she'll hand you back that, grimacing at it. But she's gonna take the furs from you and just kind of with one hand that she's able to get each one out, because she's still holding the bundle of plants in the other. Sling one after another over Anston's shoulders as he's walking. She appraises all three and says, "Thank you." All right. And she's going to look towards Skari and says, "I suppose we'll ask. There's merit to kindness." Do you want to say anything else to her?
Are you asking if there are any ulterior motives behind my generousness?
No. Your act of generosity made her decide not to try and steal from the party.
Ah, right.
She's going to ask them for money instead. Which will go, equally as well.
Yeah, we'll just keep looking at Nykiren. A few people have taken a liking to you. And, well, I just can't help but help. And with that, he'll look forward and go off at a bit of a fast pace to lead the blue band through a safe route. Because, honestly, Howard does not trust him at this point to safely make it back. After getting themselves so far out.
Without the party or direction, they'd probably trip off the mountainside.
Like I said, Howard does not trust him to make it safely back. That's why he's moving on slightly ahead.
Alright, we're gonna jump back over to Soulmane, hanging for dear life. What's Soulmane doing? Is he risking it and going for this final leap? Or this final sprint up the rope?
Would it be a final leap? Because I thought I went down 10 feet.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's going to be... Yeah, you'll be able to get... It's 40 feet up. You went up 15 feet went up 25. You're back at 15, so you'd be 30 feet up it.
So I'm 30 feet?
Yes.
Okay.
I will allow you to increase the DC of the check to try and climb quicker. I'll say you can attempt to climb faster, and it is unsafe and harder to keep your hand on the rope and strains your muscles more. The check increases by 2 for every additional 5 feet you try and climb.
No, balls.
Look, just take your time.
Oh, well. I'm going to use my bonus action to drink my potion of greater healing.
Okay.
Which is how much? How much is a potion of greater?
Greater healing should be, it should be like 4d4 plus 4? Or it might be 3d4 plus 4. If you give me 1 second, I'll have it up for you.
I want to say
potion
4d4.
Yeah, greater healing is 4d4 plus 4.
That could have been a lot worse. A lot better, but a lot worse. So 15. Brings me down to 21 damage I take. And I will try not going. I will try not going super fast, but back to like the 15 feet, the 12.
Okay. Go ahead and make the check.
Fuck. You made it normal. I can't. Strength checks, not a rogue's friend.
Are you trained in athletics? Because, oh no, you know, okay, you are making it. I was gonna say it is an athletics check. Yeah, you are going to slide 10, or actually, to only slide 10 feet, make me a dexterity save. Otherwise, you're falling off this thing. You do make the dexterity save, grabbing to the rope. You slide down 10 more feet. These wolves, so one has gotten the idea that it can shake you off it. But that was before you were 5 feet off of the ground. The dire wolf can attack you from where it's at, leaping at you once, but it doesn't get advantage because there are no other wolves within 5 feet of you. The other wolves are going to, I'm going to roll them all a percentage die, or actually I'm going to roll 2 percentage die. So I've 3 are going to act on the first percentage die, 3 are going to act on the other. So if above 50%, they jump up and try and bite you. The 25%, they continue their intelligence checks to shake the rope, and 25% they do nothing. So 1 through 50, they jump up and try and bite you. 51 through 75, they continue their intelligence checks, and 25%, 75 through 100, they do nothing. So 3 are going to jump up and try and bite you, but they're they don't have the reach to hit.
You do as you rolled 2d200s, right?
Yeah, I do now, but none of the rolls would have mattered because it's still none of them rolled over 100, so might be on that one. But anyways, well, actually, I'll mathematically real quick with my super math ability be able to increase that. So 100, 100, they all try 1 to 100, they all try and jump up and bite you. They don't have reach to hit, 10 feet above or 5 feet above them. And you are going to be just there's a 5-foot square between you and them that they can't jump up and attack you in. So they continue to be on intelligence, snapping at you. The direwolf is going to attack you. The direwolf is going to hit you with a 20 versus your AC. And it is going to deal 2 d6 plus 3, and I put away my d6. So just rolled there. 7 points of piercing damage.
How long can he dodge it to drop it to 4 or 3?
Uncanny dodge is for magical effects.
That's evasion.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Then you drop it to 4.
Yeah, uncanny dodge just lets me reduce damage to half of what I would have taken.
All right.
It is, by the book, a reaction that you take when you take damage.
These wolves are not. Oh, one wolf is still on the rope, trying to shake you off. 14. It is a. He's, he hasn't even noticed you've dropped down. He's just. He might be more concerned with the rope now than you. What's Soulmane want to do?
I will try to climb back up.
Alrighty. I'm gonna. Yeah, I'm gonna say you have 2 more turns of actions before we relegate this to a percentage die. Go ahead.
Bonus action, disengage from the direwolf.
Okay. The direwolf is 10 feet. Yeah, it can hit you. Okay. 17. You make it 15 feet up this rope. You are 20 feet in the air. Wolves get sad. Alright, so I'm rolling for 1 wolf horde for the 2nd wolf horde.
We're so sad for them.
Yeah, direwolf rolls. The direwolf is going to pick up on what the other wolf is doing and make a... God, you're getting lucky. It's going to make a check to shake the rope. It snatches it from the other wolf and begins furiously shaking this thing. It rolls a 13. It is Soulmane's turn. These other wolves are catching on. The check is going down and down for them to, start realizing that they can get you off of this rope.
Oh, this is gonna be bad.
If any of the wolves get a strength check that beats your sleight of hand check, they're going to snatch it off of its, they're going to rip it from, your BT dubs too.
Alright, so I'm 20 feet from the top.
Yes.
Oh, kill me. This is gonna... Alright,
I wouldn't say that to a GM who is already trying to kill you.
Alright, you move up 15 more feet. You are within 15 feet of, or you were within 5 feet of, getting out, or 10 feet, I'm sorry. You were within, no, you were 20 feet up. Yeah, you're within 5 feet. You're within 5 feet of, getting out of here. The way this trap floor works is there are mechanisms that were shifting it. If they snatch you off of the rope, it's going to be a DC 12 to grab the rope, but the floor is actually thick enough that there are different layers that have to move in order to open up these holes. You can climb on or grab onto the floorboards above you. That is going to be a DC 15 dexterity save. Just letting you know. Yes. Because
could I offhand cut the bottom of the rope with my sword?
Yes, that's going to be an action on your turn too.
It's an action. I want to know if I could.
Yeah,
do
you
an
can.
Offhand.
Your rope is going to be permanently shortened too, BT Dubs.
I'm probably going to leave it.
Alrighty. The wolves are going to take their turn. Wolf Horde 1 rolls its intelligence check 19. Wolf Horde 2 rolls its intelligence check 20. Alright, so I'm going to roll the Wolf Hordes as singular creatures. Direwolf has the highest initiative amongst them and is going to roll an 18 to fling you off of this rope. Finally, this thing is going to get a good grip on this thing, rear its head back, and then forward real quick, just whipping this rope up towards you. Same thing, DC 12 to grab on as you fall, or DC 15 to grab the ledge above you.
Dex save.
Dex save.
I'll try for the ledge.
One. Alright. You are falling. You missed the ledge and the rope. You can try again on the rope, but you're going to be like back within range for these things to attack you. Alright. So, bottom of the rope. Soulmane is about to get mauled to death by wolves. Pack tactics. First wolves. 15 and 1. Wolf Horde 1 is going to hit your AC with +4 to hit. And I'm going to move their damage up to 3d6. Just since I've combined them into a creature. DC 13 check to not go prone. Strength saving throw. You take 8 points of piercing damage. Alright, second Wolf Horde mauls you to death. It has advantage from pack tactics. It's going to hit with a 22 versus your AC. 8 more points of piercing damage. You are already prone. The Direwolf spent its action. Tiny Wolf is going to miss you. It is Soulmane's turn. He is being mauled to death by wolves.
This is going ever so wonderfully.
I'm actually going to be kind of sad if you've got to reroll after this. Despite all appearances, I do enjoy Soulmane as a character.
Nykirin is going to be really super mad. Like, you guys sent my boyfriend to do what?
Wait, what?
Technically, I would send him.
Mm-hmm.
Technically.
Fucking crap, this sucks. Guess we're gonna have to start this trek again. Disengage, start climbing.
Alrighty. You already know what it is. Get up that rope, boy! Soulmane. I'm going to rule you pass the check. In the same way if you fail the check by, X amount or more. I'm going to give Soulmane a breath of fresh air here of he's just going to try and get up this thing as best he can. So the same magnitude that you pass over by 5, you're going to get an additional 10 yards of like, oh, by Alilia's grace! Running up there. You gain 25 feet up this rope. Alright. So, Direwolf. Same thing. It knows it can shake you off. It rolls a 10. Small Wolf rolls a nat 1 and rips the rope. He rips 5 feet of rope out of the Direwolf's mouth. He is unable to shake the rope. Wolf Horde 1 and Wolf Horde 2 have... God, oh my, I just screwed myself with that nat 1. So Wolf Horde 1 and 2 both beat the intelligence check to start shaking the rope. The dire wolf is grabbing the rope further along from the other wolves. The smaller wolf is grabbing a length on the other side of what the dire wolf is holding and has ripped the rope from there. The wolf horde is not tall enough to grab another length of this rope until the dire wolf lets go of its slack next turn. It is Soulmane's turn.
I'm going to use my action to cut the rope underneath my feet.
Alrighty, it's going to be an attack roll at this rope's AC. I'm going to give the rope an AC of 8. Soulmane cannot get a break tonight.
Well, it's above 8.
You cut the rope, but you drop the sword.
Actually, I will roll you a percentage die on that failure. We'll set it at 1 through 45% is a crit failure, and above 45%, 69%. It is not a critical failure. You do miss cutting the rope. However, you do maintain grip on your sword too. Alright, so here's the question. Can Soulmane survive 4 attempts to shake him off of this rope? So, Direwolf lets more slack go. Misses. Gosh, what's the other wolf? The small wolf.
1.
Oh yeah, Wolf Horde 1 and 2. Wolf Horde 2 shakes you off of the rope. Same thing. Eventually, they will kill you.
I'm not high enough to get to the floorboard, so...
Alright, it's Soulmane's turn. The Direwolf's going to be within range to attack you next round. You know...
Disengage and then start climbing.
Okay, it can attack you right now. You can...
okay.
Yeah.
So I'm still high enough that I'm out of its range?
Yes.
Then I'll try attacking the stupid rope again to cut it.
Mm-hmm.
Give myself some breathing room.
Alrighty. So, from there, cutting the rope, Soulmane is going to... Well, you know what? The rope has 2 HP. Roll me some damage again. No, I'm kidding. Soulmane is going to be able to cut off enough of this rope that the wolves are not going to be able to leap up here and keep shaking you off of it. None of them ever rolled high enough to pull the knot out. Soulmane can just take his time climbing up here, you know, at a snail's pace of just aching muscles, bloodied body, and try and get out of this place. But
just to be safe, Brandon, I'm gonna throw 2 of my fur creatures out of the bag of tricks to try to lead the wolves away too.
Oh god. Okay. You don't have to roll which ones they are. These wolves, Wolfpack 1 and Wolfpack 2 is gonna hunt down these other creatures. Direwolf casts Fly on itself, and it begins... no, I'm kidding. Soulmane is back in Koyu's shop.
Jesus Christ! Ow. My dog is a magician and just turned on a light that was turned off.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's gonna start limping, but trying to sneak back to the bar.
Okay, roll me a stealth check with disadvantage. Because, I mean, you're going to be tracking blood across the snow. Alright. Soulmane sneaks into the, gosh, I have to look at my notes. I forgot what the name of this, inn is, but Soulmane sneaks with quotation mark into the inn. The door is thrown open. There is a bloodied, mangled figure standing here as the party is all enjoying a drink and talking and chatting amongst themselves.
Still no
Teague
Howard,
stands
but,
up and is going to walk on over to him and cast Cure Wounds on him.
Holy shit! That's all that practices.
Good. I'm going to cast another one.
No, the dice do not want Soulmane to live tonight. Soulmane
16
regains...
health.
How many mountains did you fall down, Soulmane?
Let's see. If I had to put it in perspective,
Are these
we had 18 health left.
are these wolf bites?
A lot of them, and a dire.
So you didn't explore the basement then?
I explored it.
I'm guessing about as far as the wolves were.
There seems to be some kind of holding pen down there, probably where she's keeping the prisoners of people she's selling. She was selling. There was people, I couldn't see where they were exactly, but there was people and I could hear moaning and sound like torture.
The Singing Crossbones is the name of the all-in-one building. Also, after you guys are like here talking for about 3 minutes, Alward and the blue band return.
And then you know she just threw me out the shop, okay? And you know just why'd you have to be so rude?
Nykirin is holding a bundle of different herbs and green and brown stuff. Just organic matter. If it's useful, that's debatable. But she drops all of it in a pile, and sees Soulmane. And was like, the werewolf did that?
No, her pets did.
Nykirin looks at Teak and says, I'll kill her myself.
She's already dead.
She's, yeah, right.
It's fine. Teak managed to close up most of the wounds already.
Yeah.
Most of the blood that's on me now is just dried.
Nah, that wasn't the werewolf. Werewolf's dead. Nothing to worry about there.
Fractus
We did,
is-
run into, that's a big set of bites. Maybe a dire?
Yeah, one of them, definitely.
Ooh.
The only
ooh,
reason I
that's
know
not
that
good.
what a dire looks like comparatively is because you chased me down as one before.
Oh, you're welcome.
Practice this
Come on
Genji
away.
a drink.
You hand Soulmane a drink?
What's that?
Is that what you said? You hand Soulmane a drink?
I had Soulmane a drink. Look like you need it.
He just pounds it back. Oh. So yeah, it looks like there's a holding pen guarded by all of these wolves. There must have been 8 or 9 of them at least.
All right,
About
so
how
let
crowded
me
were they?
give you an old cave spelunking tip. Always make sure there's somebody on the other end of the rope. Never go by yourself.
Yeah.
Methinks it's a bit late for that tip.
Yeah, well, you'll know for next time.
Soulmane.
I mean, that one comes right after never try to run from Hogan. So,
What's up, Willard?
About like how crowded were they?
What do you mean?
I may or may not have a few tricks.
How much
to
room they
deal
have
with
to run
people.
around?
Oh, I didn't hear you guys. You, what did Soulmane say?
I was asking Albert, are you concerned of how much room they have running around?
Yes and no. have a few tricks. Well, specifically one trick for dealing with packs of wolves. Tends to work quite well, especially when they're all crowded.
Well, they like to attack as a pack, I'll say that much. The tunnel itself is probably 20-25 feet wide and at least 200 plus feet from the holes where the holes are to the holding cells.
Well, I do believe we have a small objective. And Howard is rubbing his hands. He's got a bit of a grin on his face.
Oh, cheers, man. I wouldn't mind going back down there. This time I'm not going by myself.
Mhm.
Oh no. See, you and me get to employ trick number 2. But for now, yeah, you are kind of covered in bite marks. Yeah, might want to rest that off a bit before we put either of my tricks to use.
Skari is going to be gathering up the plants that Nikurin dropped, and she's going to say, "Well, I'll need a bit of alcohol to make the solution, but it's going to take me probably about 5 days to brew up everything to test everyone in the town. I can make about 20 doses with what we have here, and if we go out and get a little bit more tomorrow, then eventually I'll be able to brew up 50.
Yeah, sure. Just then comes the problem of testing people. I mean, hey, it's not like in nature where you can just put a bit on some meat and throw it out there.
Yeah, or put it on.
Why not? L-word?
Hmm?
Why not?
Well, you see, people are crazy. Very unpredictable, and, well, with all due respect, I'm pretty sure that most people here would not see a giant slab of meat covered in herb potions and think, that looks tasty.
I meant more, why don't we mix the concoction into drinks, food?
How do you know that everyone will come for it, though?
Skari's gonna look up, as she's gathering all this up and says, "Do you want me to poison people? I'm great at poisoning people."
What if we convince the mayor to throw a banquet for the fact that the werewolves have all been taken care of?
That's an idea. We go to the chefs. We'll prepare the banquet, and then something. And in his mind, he just hears, "I can make us functionally invisible."
He just nods.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
How does that run by the rest of you?
Skari is gonna scratch her head and say, "I could have 2 doses made by today if I begin working right now."
Ogan, you're good with herbs and stuff coming from... You and Albert are pretty good with herbs and stuff.
Yeah, I can help.
You could give her a hand, help her speed up some of the processing, maybe?
See,
Just
here's
show
the
me how
thing.
it's done.
As far as that goes, we've got, a bunch of questions and a couple of answers. Flush out the answers. You might be able to put some more answers on the rest of the questions. You know what I mean?
Well, I do suppose it's time for a bit of preparation for the hunt.
Well, I'm ready.
Scary,
I
if
guess
you wouldn't
I
mind
should-
leading the way.
Teak, as you are the one in charge of everyone right now, does this plan fit with you or no?
Seems acceptable.
In that case, Scary, lead the way.
Skari is going to begin going upstairs, and she has 3 people helping her.
Wait, 3 people?
Anson's probably going to be muscle.
Oh,
for
wait,
it.
wait. I thought Alward, Ogun, and Skari were all brewing potions.
Yeah, so she's got 2 people helping her.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's 3 of you in total. So Skari's going to begin talking, and she's going to say, you know, I heard from some of my contacts and Ardor of a method to magically increase the ability to infuse items and craft them quicker. It's really not the brewing part that takes it's really not the brewing part that takes the time, but allowing the potency of the magic to set into the potion.
Okay.
And she's gonna say, well, it requires a spellcaster, and that they expend all of their arcane potential. And if they do so, we can craft items 10 times as quick.
All of it, huh? Considering what I'm planning on doing next, I don't think that's such a hot idea to do now. Another time, maybe.
Yeah, I don't exactly use arcane energy, so
Oh yeah, it's true. It's not really arcane.
I think you're the only one here who uses arcane energy, Scary.
She nods and says, yeah, I'd be willing to do it, but there's a small chance if I do it, I'd never be able to craft items in the same way like that again.
I cast Mage Hand to prod Alward in the ribs.
Mm-hmm.
Ow.
I'm severely limited, but I do have some capabilities.
I mean, what I have is literally just to survive. Not much use, but I suppose I could channel some of my nature energy.
Teak or Alward or Skari could do it. It is the homebrewed infusion-based crafting that we came up with for this setting.
Could we all just funnel a bit?
Basically, one person, you have to reach a certain level of potency of magic. Skari, as a 5th level artificer, can do it, and anybody else who has 3rd...
Artificer.
Artifice. Yeah, that. Anyways, anybody else with 3rd level spells can also do it, but one of those...
Ugun.
Yeah, one of those requirements need to be met. Either her or Ogun. Basically, Skari is asking you guys for the go-ahead to do something risky.
Well,
How much
if you wanna
risk
do
are we
it,
assuming
that's
here?
great. I'll help you another day. Like I said, right now.
If she does it, it's a 33% chance she won't be able to craft an item like that, like in this method again. So Skari, she can continue to craft, but she won't be able to expediently craft an item for you guys. It's a 33% chance that she will never be able to do it again.
As much as I like the idea of
never again.
I like the idea of speedy baking, but no, I don't. No, it's not worth it.
Alrighty.
Not worth the risk.
that's a hand cutting off moment. This is not a hand cutting off kind of time.
So, 8 hours. You guys can put 75 gold towards this endeavor. With the 3 of you working towards it. Let me pull out a calculator.
75 each?
No, 25 per person.
Oh, okay.
Howard just said that. That's hilarious.
You guys can craft 13 of these potions in 8 hours.
Wait, so we aren't gonna roll? Oh, damn.
No, I'm saying, like, as she's, like, telling you guys what to do, and, you know, like, alright, do this, do this, do this, do this, and she lays out the whole process to you, you guys are going to be able to craft 13 of them before the banquet.
Hang on. Before y'all get too excited about spending the next 8 hours up here hotboxing ourselves with a pile of herbs. Not that that doesn't sound kind of fun. But I have 2 known quantities out there. If we go take them down and get to answer a few questions in the process, I think we may be able to flush out most of this problem, and then we won't, you know, we can potentially use all of this, but there will be a little less urgency, hopefully. Or having to surprise them with potions and things like that.
Skari is going to jump up and say, "Count me in."
See?
Well, we're already here.
Yeah, and it's not to say we're not going to use this stuff. If nothing else, we can sell it to the locals that are actually human, and you know, say, "Hey,
You just want to profit, don't you?
that." And if somebody wanders into town, make sure they take a sip or whatever it is.
Yep, you are looking to profit.
She's
I'm not looking to profit. I'm looking to kill some werewolves, and I know 2 of them.
Yeah, Skari is going to say, if we can succeed where Soulmane failed, you know how impressed Teak would be with us?
Soulmane failed at scouting. He did okay against the werewolf. I mean, he had a lot of help.
Soulmane simply did not have the skills necessary to deal with a pack of wolves. But don't worry. I have a plan.
We're gonna make friends with him, right, Albert?
Friends are nice. Pack of wolves.
Yeah.
Dangerous.
Pack of friendly wolves would not say no to that.
I could certainly try.
Oh,
But that is not what I had in mind.
alright, what's the game plan?
All right.
Are we talking about for the going back down into the pit?
Yeah, what do you guys want to do right now?
I don't
No.
care about going back down. Well, I'll go back down.
I mean, we can always handle going back down into the pit right now. I prepared locate objects so that I could find some silver weaponry for us.
Or just silver in general?
Soulmane is literally passed out at the table where he finished his drink.
Okay. All right. Well, we're upstairs, right?
Yes.
Or, no, we're not in the main area anymore. So, I say we go get the mayor and her buddy. They're both werewolves, and you know, get them sequestered a little bit, whatever, off on the side. Kill them both. Possibly interrogate before they're dead. You know, hopefully interrogate before they're dead. Figure out who the rest of the werewolves are, as much as we can that way.
Howard pulls out the silver coin again and just flips it again.
Or do
Yeah.
that. But you know, just to make Alward, the not so comfortable in towns, not have to glad hand everybody in the whole damn town. That doesn't sound
What
like
if-
that much.
What if I told you when I left you earlier? It was specifically for that.
I believe you. Proud of you too.
Let's just say I trust how sneaky Soulmane can be. I'm not sure about you, but then again, you know, you
I
can
don't-
transform. So
Well,
there's that.
I do sneaky, but yeah, I do cat sneaky.
My plan was me and Soulmane become basically invisible, and just tap everyone with a silver coin. I mean, what? There's only 50 here.
All right. Well, we can
Put
do
on some
that.
kind of show.
So
Get
here's
everyone
the tricky
crowded.
part. Would they know it if you tap them and they're a werewolf?
Well, they burn.
Okay, so that's going to be bloody obvious for them. Here's the problem.
Yeah.
You
Everyone
expose
else?
one of them that way, that trick's going to stop working for the rest of them because they're going to be on guard for it.
Well, here's the thing. In a crowd, everyone gets touched. That sounds really wrong.
Well, they're just
Oh,
gonna be
character,
looking
that sounds
around
really
going, why
wrong.
am I on
Jesus
fire
Christ.
or whatever, burning?
All I'm saying is that in crowds, that's where pickpockets love to go to work. So why not werewolf hunters?
All right. Tell you what, you want to do that? I don't dislike the plan. I like it. It's simple. I still am good with selling a nice pile of herbs, all concocted up into nifty potions for the locals, or using it to find out the last few little extra dodgy people that you have a hard time with. But we
All I'm
are
saying
going to
is-
make sure everybody is there and ready to jump anybody that wolfs out on you.
So
As long as we're good with
obviously we know two of them.
Yeah.
So we can have a public display of the potion,
that. Okay.
and then whilst people are freaking out about that because, well, their mayor is a werewolf, during that commotion, we use the silver coins. Well, me and Solomon use the silver coins, and anyone else who is stealthy enough. I don't think there's anyone else stealthy enough.
Yeah, probably not.
Besides you, but then it'd be difficult for you to hold the coin with your animal form.
Depends on the form.
Besides, I'm pretty sure you'd want to be the one there chopping their heads off.
Yeah, something like that. Biting, chopping, clawing. Whatever feels best at the time, really.
And Solomon works best from the shadows, and I just don't like attention.
Alright. I kind of like that plan. Mostly the part where I get to go back to killing werewolves sooner rather than later.
But first things first, we need to find what's hidden in the basement.
Why do we have to do that first?
Natural curiosity. Besides, people hide the strangest things.
Okay, curious, I think comes after the killing the werewolf part.
Okay, but here's the thing. Werewolves aren't going anywhere.
Okay.
I mean,
kind of a point.
correct me if I'm wrong, but they put up the bounty on the shopkeep. So they think that they're safe.
Well, yes. They're still nervous though, because they're not paying us until we leave town.
So what if there's someone in that basement that the shopkeep was barely keeping alive? Would you want to be responsible for
rescuing people?
Mm-hmm.
Do that. And make some reinforcements for killing werewolves that are actual regular wolves. Sounds nice. I like that. Go ahead.
See, that's a good idea. It's really good that you came up with it.
Yeah, whatever. No, you were convincing, and it barely enough. Fine, I'll put off killing werewolves just long enough to do that.
It's efficient. Besides, you never want to lose any kind of advantage when you're on the hunt.
Nah, true. Well, no. Sometimes I do that just because it's more fun.
You know what? I can agree with that. But then this is an unknown force.
Yeah, we could
Prey-
be
prey that's
sitting in a town
sentient
of 90%
prey.
werewolf.
Yeah, but sentient prey. Always got to be careful of that.
That's true.
I love the thought that like Howard and Ogun having this conversation. Scary's just sat in a corner, just what the fuck are you two on about? Sorry. So, I do believe
Alright,
that is
fine.
a plan.
Basement.
Alright.
Scari's gonna look and say, just the three of us?
Need Soulmane.
No. We want everybody in the basement. No screwing around. I mean, we want everybody available. You know, only a couple of us need to be actually going down there trying to make friends with ghouls. Because most of y'all would probably suck at it.
Well, Kara's not going down the pit, so she'll keep hold of the rope.
Okay.
Looks over to the bear in the corner of the room.
I bet she's a great rope holder, isn't she?
Scary is going to say, I'm glad we came up with this plan, and since I was such an integral part, I'll deliver it to Teak. She begins walking downstairs.
Scary? She hears in her mind, Scary? Where do you think you're going?
She is gonna look back at you and keep heading downstairs.
That's probably not a good idea.
That's ego, right? Or is that hopefully getting back into somebody's good graces?
That's trying to get back into someone's good graces and possibly spoiling our plan.
Alright,
We
let's get down there. I don't like anybody stealing my plan, man.
I don't like the idea that she's going to go spill it in public.
Right.
So,
stop that first.
Scary is going to approach Teak downstairs, stepping downstairs, and before anybody can say, shouldn't you be, she's going to say, so I came up with the plan.
And then I would handling it. So,
No.
literally, like, I was going to dive into the back of her knee.
You need to, y'all come upstairs.
If Scary goes to say anything, Howard is literally going to dive into the back of her knee.
Yeah, but if the party wants, you guys see, your three other members like clambering down the stairs. The party wants to, go and talk someplace privately. You guys are able to. I'm assuming you guys head back upstairs into your inn room.
I mean, honestly, I was expecting something from someone. Oh yeah, someone's unconscious.
I was waiting for Teak to say something, but if we are going up there, I would tell Ogun to help me with Soulmane because he passed out.
Oh, yeah, he just picks him up, carries him up.
Do you drag his head up each stair? I'm kidding.
No, fireman carry.
God, no, please. That didn't end well for the last person that happened to.
Yeah. Alright, so you guys are talking alone in your in the room upstairs.
Okay.
The blue band has joined you.
Okay, so me and Ogun, we came to an understanding.
And Scary. Scary says, and Scary.
And Scary was there making potions in the background. Not inputting whatsoever.
Rude.
But true. And essentially... Well, you're the leader here, I suppose.
Whatever. So, here's the idea. Everybody except for Soulmane and Albert are going to go down there, and we're going to get the mayor out kind of public, and we're going to tear her a new one and let her wolf out in front of everybody and everything like that, because there's no other way she's going to even think she's going to survive. And while that's going on, Allward and Soulmane are going to go touch people with silver coins so that we figure out who else is a werewolf in this damn town. And then we get to kill them too later, depending on whether or not they think they're still hidden or not.
Are y'all daft? Scary must have came up with this.
Scary's gonna look and say, no, I had no part in this plan. Mine was much better.
Wait, but first, hold on. Here's the kicker. But first, we're gonna go down to the hole where Soulmane got himself torn up, make friends with the wolves down there, or kill them, and rescue whoever the heck is down there, because he heard moaning or something, crying. That part comes first.
That part we can deal with.
Let's just say I have a few tricks for dealing with packs of wolves.
We don't.
I'll make friends with
Both in a friendly and efficient manner.
We don't know how many of this town is werewolves.
Huh?
If we go and expose them publicly, what's to stop 15 werewolves from tearing our heads off? I didn't do any damage to the one last time we fought. I don't want to take more than one or two head to head. Let's do this quickly and quietly, one at a time, and then do the whole. Once we find out who's actually a human, we can then start weeding through one at a time.
I mean, if the question is what's stopping 15 from wolfing out, the other 30 non-wolves?
Yeah, but they're not going to slow them down much, and you know it. Especially since there's hardly any silver in this town. I'm not counting on any of the rest of the town folks doing more than being a torch and pitchfork wielding mob that would occasionally run at something, but generally not be useful or effective.
Saving the people, I think, is a good idea. I, for one, think that we should act like we're leaving and get a goddamn army and come up here and clean house.
We don't need an army.
Okay, but at what point between leaving and coming back are we going to remember the army on the way to Elena?
Yeah, I'm not.
Yeah,
I'm not
there is
delaying
that.
much.
I agree. That would delay very much. Then our best bet is to ambush werewolves one at a time until we're sure the whole town is cleansed.
Okay, well here's an idea.
In fact, the only one I know that's not a werewolf in this town is the barkeep who handed you 30 silver.
Me?
The one who handed Soulmane 30 silver.
Soulmane 30 silver.
I mean, he could have been turned into a werewolf since then.
That was
Fair enough.
Yeah, that was just last night.
Sorry, if that was just last night, then why did I would get 90 copper pieces?
That was when you guys came into town. Soulmane traded for the silver. He traded all of the silver from the guy. JD Teak. Your long rest completes. It's or your short rest completes. It's been an hour.
All right. I'm gonna cast locate object, and I'm going to search for any silver swords.
1,000 feet. Let me see what it is blocked by. Did you link it? All right.
Yeah.
Let's see. Silver swords. Sense the direction of the object's locations alongside object. The object's in motion. You know the spell. Long you have seen it up close, 30 feet.
It's concentration up to 10 minutes. So if I start at one end of town and
all right,
ride my horse steadily towards the other side of town, I should be able to cover a decent amount of distance. Yeah.
So
1,000 feet. I don't think that town is that big.
yeah, you're going to have to, keep this up because the first one that dings is the silver sword that, Willow is carrying. Asking Willow to go away from you. Willow can mount his elk and take his silver sword and ride out of Teek's distance. Or is Wesley there? I don't want to control his character without him.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the first one that dings is Willow's silver sword. The spell's going to keep locating the nearest one as long as Willow is
Correct.
around him.
Yeah, so if we send Willow out to a nearby hill, do I get anything else? A simple yes or no will do.
I just, didn't want to control Wesley's character without him, having
Willow
a decision.
accepts his exile.
We can come back in 30 minutes.
This is what I get for being prepared.
Yes, you do ding, you do ding a silver sword. It comes from the other side of the mountain towards Peasley's tower.
Oh boy!
What?
And in my journeys, that's the only one that pings. Yeah.
I will roll you a percentage die. One that it's one ping, and then it's kind of like as you are moving around the tower, it's multiple pings from Peasley's tower. You do find one other silver weapon on the west side, or silver sword on the west side of town. Just, like as you're riding, as it is closer than Peasley's tower.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to go to where that sword on the west side pinged.
Okay. Over here on the small outskirts of town.
I follow him, by the way.
Okay.
Yeah, I assumed Fractus at the very least is with me.
On the small outside of town, it's just a singular merchant's house overlooking the road that leads towards Sarai's Dawn. Oh, this is a small hovel of a house compared to the mansions that are in Amberside. Inside is a family. It is a halfling and a dwarf. They are both wearing necklaces that discern them as members of Merchants of the Ruby. As they open the door, with Teak and Fractus knocking on it, Teak mounted on a steed. Teak towers over these.
Teak would have dismounted
Okay.
after once we knock on the door, but Teak is 6'5", so she does still very much tower over these people.
Yeah. And the woman, the dwarf, is gonna say, "Hey, you're the adventurers that came through at Facton. Nice to see you again."
Oh, no, that's
Yes,
terrible.
indeed. Excuse me, we do not mean to wake you at an odd hour or disturb you or anything like that. However, we, through magical means, we have determined that you may be in possession of a certain object that will help us in our quest, you see. We would like to purchase it from you, if possible. We believe that you have a silver blade of some sort.
She's gonna nod and say, "Oh, with the talk of werewolves around, I had to get me one of them." The halfling's gonna chime in and say, "I didn't trust old Isaiah here without walking through town with some proper protection."
Of course, and I'm sure you may have heard the news that a werewolf was slain, but we're just going to do a quick search through the town just to be double sure, and we found ourselves somewhat lacking in weaponry in our fight with the earlier one.
She is going to pull out her short sword, and she bumbles for a second, dropping it in the snow at Teak's feet, and picks it up and says, "Well, I don't think I'd be right safe without it." The halfling's gonna look at you and say, "How much are you offering?"
For one thing,
Practice is going to show him the ruby pendant that he actually ripped off of the werewolf, right?
Mm-hmm.
But they don't know that. And he is going to say, for a brother, we would pay a decent price. Can I roll a persuasion check?
You can. That was just what I was going to ask you for. All right.
Oh, that's a mean persuasion check.
They're going to look at each other and then look back towards
No-
you. And,
No advantage because Teak was.
I haven't told you
I
the
can-
results. Teak can help if you tell me how Teak helps.
Teak, how do you help?
Teak says, and of course, you know, if we are successful, we can always return the item later. Or if we are incredibly successful, there will be no more need for such an item.
Roll with advantage. All right. The halfling is going to look up to Teak and say, "We'll part with it for 120 gold, and we'll buy it back for half that price."
Fair enough, I'll take it.
That is excessive.
For a silvered weapon?
Yes. How expensive do you think alchemical silver and gun a weapon is?
I'm pretty sure it's 100 gold in the player's handbook. Hold on, let me look at it real quick. I'm about to pull it up, because that might adjust the price, because let me look. I remember reading over it. Weapons, gosh. Melee. Come on, where is it? Actually, I'll just look at the start. He only makes a tiny profit on that. And I say tiny as a pun.
That's offensive to the fact that I am a short person.
Silvered weapon. See under weapon. Thanks. Weapon.
It's got a
silver.
short sword at 10 gold pieces.
148. Alrighty. Silvered weapons. Some monsters have immunity.
You're correct.
Yeah. It is 100 gold to silver a weapon or 10 pieces of ammo.
Christ.
Yeah, that's far more expensive than it was in 3.5. It was like 1 extra gold.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that silver short sword Willow's walking around with is a small treasure, man.
Alright,
Okay,
Teak
well,
shells
I-
out 120 gold.
I actually shelled it out. You
Okay.
you can keep the money.
He did
I mean,
say
remember the guy who has dual short swords?
he will buy it back for half the price if you guys want to
People
sell
are
it to
rich.
him. Yeah, this is the mountainside town of merchants that, you know, this is a very pretty place, like overlooking majority of this region, right in the center of the region, and the roads that travel through it. It's one of the reasons why the town's so small, because it's not an easy place to live.
Actually, JD, it's really not that far off. It's for a one-handed weapon, it's 90 gold pieces.
All right, you can add a silvered short sword to your inventory.
We're going to be giving that to somebody who doesn't have one.
Okay. I assume you guys can look up the properties of, well, short sword. It's 3 pounds, finesse, and light weapon. It does a d6 of damage.
And do you know that a ranger wields both two of them?
Now, if anybody has a hammer or a set of blacksmithing tools, you can break this and use the blade as an improvised dagger and split it among 4 people if you wanted to.
That seems excessive, but also I think we should probably look into what's his face, Pisley.
The silvered weapon store.
Yeah, who apparently has tons of them in there, but we will do that in the morning.
Alrighty. Does anybody else want to do anything for today?
I have one more casting of locate object. Is there anything else we want to look for before I take a long rest?
I'd say it's cave exploring time.
All right, we can finish out with the cave for tonight, and then you guys rest and tackle Peasley next session.
Right. I only have locate object and cure wounds prepared, and only one slot of each left.
No, that's fine.
I mean,
I'll be right
obviously I can still use Divine Smite with those, but I'm just letting you guys know of my limitations.
Okay.
Actually, hold up. I have Eldritch Blast. If I get the attention of the wolves, I could just hang from the rope, cast Eldritch Blast over and over and over again. Fish in a barrel, man.
Yeah, just wait until you see Alwood's tactics.
Soulmane, make sure you put your rope as half the length, 25 feet long, and 25 feet long and half the weight.
Cool.
All right, so you guys head to Koyu's shop for...
Yep.
Alrighty. So, who wants to fasten the rope to something? Whatever you fasten the rope to, or whoever's holding it, that's going to be the check. Something has to beat if they want to rip it down.
As soon as the rope's tied, Kara will then sit on the rope as well.
Yeah, I tell you what we'll do. We'll have Willow hold it on one end, and then have Kara also lay down on it.
Okay.
Although with the bear's fur, that's probably just going to slide and give him a nasty rope burn.
Okay.
Kara's good at grabbing stuff. Okay.
We could loop it around the bear.
Yeah, give me one person to roll a sleight of hand check, tying the rope, anchoring it to something, and then what's going to happen is if anything tries to pull on this thing, Kara's going to give them disadvantage for sitting on it, and then the first thing that they'd have to do is they'd have to beat a contested athletics check against Willow, but they will have disadvantage on it.
How about we try this? What if I took the rope and
actually think about it, just tie it to Kara. Just tie it to Kara. She is built to be the
What's your
athletic
strength?
machine. She has 19 strength.
Well, Bronwyn has 20, so
Yeah,
one
fair.
more.
Yeah, you guys can tie it to one of the creatures and just have them.
And Bronwyn's a large creature as well, if that makes a difference.
Why stop at one? Tie it to both of them.
Alright, you only need to descend 40 feet, so you have 10
Tie it
feet
to
of
the
rope
elk.
to...
Just tie it to the elk,
to
and
work
then
with.
Kara will sit on it also.
Alright, so it's going to be an athletics check against Bronwyn with disadvantage to, get this rope down. But otherwise, you guys can descend one by one easily in these
guys.
pits. Let me
Guys.
roll an intelligence
So
check
hold on.
for how long.
Plan. Tell me your secret
Guys,
special
we are not
technique.
going down the pit yet. Okay, trust me. And then Howard's going to whistle down the pit. From the top is just going to whistle down the pit.
You don't hear anything.
Okay,
Brandon,
that's
you're
fastest.
using the alternative tying knots rule from Xanathar's, right?
I didn't know Xanathar's introduced. Xanathar's is the best book ever. I did not know that. Let me look at it. I've
Yeah,
been doing what
no.
seems logical to me. 78.
The total
Volos gave us kobolds as a playable race, so...
that is true. In any case, Xanathar says tying knots. When determining the effectiveness of the knot, make an intelligence sleight of hand check. So you still, if you're proficient in sleight of hand, you still get your proficiency bonus on it, but it uses intelligence instead of dexterity.
Okay. So
Does it have to, or you have the option to?
Have to. Untying the knot would be an opposed intelligence sleight of hand. Slipping out of it would be a dexterity acrobatics.
But my sleight of hand is much better than my intelligence roll.
Right, but if you're proficient in sleight of hand, you still get your proficiency on the intelligence roll. It's just
Yeah, it's intelligence plus sleight of hand bonus.
I should be able to help you. I have expertise in sleight of hand.
I just get a straight +5 in sleight of hand from dexterity.
All right.
Well, we could just have the guy who's got expertise in sleight of hand do it.
That's fair.
But I can help him because I got expertise in sleight of hand.
All right.
Well, there we go.
Fractus, roll me an intelligence check and add your proficiency bonus to it.
And you have
Twice.
advantage.
Yes. And you add your proficiency twice to that.
I haven't added anything. It's 20 right now.
So 26.
It's a pretty solid.
Yeah. You are just setting the check for anything that comes behind you. So,
Oh, okay. So let me give it to you. So I don't know how to do that because it says Dex. It says +10 on my sleight of hand. So is that
Sure.
30?
Just double your proficiency and add it to the intelligence check. Wait a second. Is that an intelligence save?
it's
Oh, that's a save. Fuck.
yeah. All right. I can math it from there for you.
It'll do enough. That'll be a 23.
Yeah.
Because rogues haven't proficiency in
Put a slash in
saves.
front of that.
Yeah.
You can
it's
roll
a-
it again too for advantage if you want.
Yeah, you do have advantage on it. So roll it one more time. /R 1d20 plus 6.
Oh wait. I thought it was double proficiency, but you also get your intelligence, right?
Yes. He
Yes.
does not have any
So whatever your
intelligence.
bonus is on top of that. So d20 plus 6 plus int bonus, whatever that is.
Alrighty, it's going to be the 26. Alright, so Fractus does a pretty good job of tying this around Willow. Alward whistles down the hole. He hears no response.
Okay, who's the fastest?
I can be.
Okay,
Teak, in her plate armor, slaps the plate armor and says, "I'm pretty good against wolves, generally, I find."
okay. That's good. We're playing.
Here's
Okay.
gonna probably be me in practice.
Okay. What I need you to do is you're going to go down there. The wolves will more than likely get really angry and start chasing you. You need to get back here as soon as possible. Like, really fast. At which point, well, easy pickings.
Oh, hey, wait a second.
Plan.
I look at Soulmane and I go, Teek's the fastest.
I forgot. Being a paladin of the ancients means that I permanently have prepared speak with animals.
Alright, these wolves can talk to you. Why do you
Notice how
guys ever
the
prepare
ranger,
that
the
spell?
one
I
who's
hate
good at
it.
taming beasts, just wants to kill them.
I hate it.
No, wait. I can do that. I keep that spell all the time. It's my favorite.
I hate role-playing animals. Alright,
You're welcome, Brandon.
Sorry, not sorry.
Just wondering, how big are you when you go into your fast form?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Depends on which one I use.
Alright, so Teak
Big enough to carry
heads
me?
down into the hole.
Oh yeah. One of my fastest is the giant elk.
Right, okay, yeah, I'm coming down with you then.
Yeah. See.
I mean, if we've got multiple people going down, Teak's going down as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I think we're just gonna deal with them down there. Because if we just start like hurling fire or arrows or whatever down there, they're just gonna run. That's not. Gonna
Yeah,
Sure,
my plan is to use
one
Hail
shot.
Spawn.
Alright.
Alright, do we want me to cast Speak with Animals on myself to see if this helps anything?
Aren't you short on spells right now?
I have one first level slot remaining.
I got some extras.
One
You
second.
Hold your horses there.
Okie dokie.
Your wolf tongue.
Why don't we just
Oh,
kill
I also
them?
have a Warlock spell slot.
Because I like them being friends. We could use the reinforcements if half this town is werewolves.
Once I'm at the bottom of the pit,
Wolves, hit the werewolves.
once I'm at the bottom of the pit, just because I'm gonna use Divine Sense
Okay. 30
Hey, Brandon,
feet.
one more thing before I head
60
down.
feet.
Okay, 60 feet. Yes.
Was there any meat stashed in this place?
Meat. And here she did have dry rations. She did ship supplies to the military fortress.
Okay.
Um,
Fill like a big pocket or something like that. Double handful, whatever.
Okay,
Nice.
you can add 8 to your inventory. Rations are on roll 20 if you want to look them up for their weight and everything.
Okay. Well, I'm just looking for the meaty bits anyways, but yeah, okay.
I will do it once he reaches the bottom. It's got like his bow's out, and he's got an arrow just walking along. It's not knocked, but it's ready.
Alright, so, you guys, you three go to
Yeah, I
the
head down.
bottom.
I head down too.
Fractus heads down. Skari follows. Nykirin is going to stand at the top, and she says, I'll watch you guys from up here. Make sure nobody comes in the shop. Raseril is going to join her. Anston is manacled and is no good to you guys down there. And he can't climb out anyways. Yeah, so it's the party plus Skari, Kara, and Bronwyn stay behind. And does Soulmane go down?
Yeah, he goes down. He feels a little more confident if he has backup this time.
Alrighty. So, Teak, I'm assuming, is leading the party. Go ahead.
Shit, what's my character's name? Oh, yeah.
Willow.
Yeah.
Ogun and Teak are gonna take point. Yeah.
If Ogun is wild shaped, then has Ogun wild shaped?
Not yet.
Alright, what were you saying, Wesley?
Willow was just going to ask for orders,
Okay.
and he's going to ask if he needs to stay up or go down.
Teak is going to have Willow come on down since Nykirin and 3/4 of the blue band are going to stay upstairs.
And both animals.
Right, and both animals. Willow is to come down and basically just defend Soulmane from further wolf attack.
Alright. So,
Brandon,
yes.
just so you know, I used my healing hands for the day.
Okay. As you guys are walking, Teak and Ogun take point. Skari takes point directly behind you guys, like walking, head forward, like a step behind you, but head forward, talking into both of your ears. She does not stop speaking of, I've never fought wolves before, but, I assume it's going to be a great endeavor. If I get to see any of them, I hope they're good puppies. Wolf fangs are so good for and she just, goes on and on.
Harry will hear in a mind. She will hear in a mind. Keep your eyes.
Teak is going to stop her at some point and say, "You need to be quiet."
Yeah. In the Skari hears in a mind. They have hypersensitive hearing, and they are very aggressive.
All right.
Speak with animals.
She does silence up, and you guys get around the bend to where the torchlight is. There are, once again, the 5 doors down here with the middle one open. There is writing above each door, and it is dim torchlight. You guys are not going to be able to move stealthily. You can move stealthily, but you're a huge group of people. Some of you are wearing plate mail.
Sorry, what was that?
Hogan's not trying to be stealthy.
Alright.
Sorry, what was that, GM?
Give me 1 second. I'm switching the music. Alright.
GM, what was that?
They are going to hear you guys approaching. As one.
Trace.
Oh, are you casting Pass Without Trace? That's something you need to tell me that you're doing.
I did. I said,
Oh, I wasn't on that window. Alrighty,
Oh.
let's see. Veil of Shadows radiates from you, masking you and your companions for the duration. Each of you move can't be. That does not stop sound. But that,
no, but it gives a +10 to stealth checks.
Yeah, if you guys decide to make stealth
Get
checks.
ready for a paladin stealth check in plate armor with a -1 modifier.
With
That's a
disadvantage.
+9 modifier. That's +9.
I got a 17.
Alrighty. Wolves have keen senses. There are a bajillion of them. The first one detects Teak with an 18 before any bonuses. So,
Hogan's not
Remains
trying to stealth.
invisible.
yeah.
So it's going to be a 17.
The wolves are not going to outright attack you guys as they are trained. Again, turning the corner, you see them lying down, but, at the first step of, Teak approaching, one's going to shoot its head up, look in your direction, and they're all going to stand up and start pacing towards you, all growling and snarling. There's one direwolf among this pack that stands twice the height of the rest of them.
But the direwolf appeared to be the leader.
The angry boy.
It's in the middle of them. You can assume as much. You guys have a round to do something before the wolves take action against you.
Okay. Oh there, wolves! I killed your mistress. Come here, have some.
Whoa! That's what one of the wolves is gonna say. Shocked that you're communicating. The rest of the group here is.
Hey,
Mhm.
treats.
How much can
I'll be your master now.
Come get Tum Tum rubs.
You can follow me. Here, come have some treats.
Roll me a handle animal check.
Actually, do.
You
Yes,
get bonuses on that since I have food.
You do not get bonuses on it. The food gives you the ability to make it. You're gonna see some of the wolves kind of look back, and the larger one's gonna say, "The pack is loyal."
Yes,
Um,
but you have nothing to be loyal to.
Logic.
how
What
much
is
of this
this?
do I understand?
I'm hoping you are a good loyal pack. Are you?
GM, how much do I
Teak has her
understand?
morning star ready.
Silence, wordsmith.
Yeah, give me 1 second to look at this. Let's see.
Literally just the first few lines.
Yeah, you understand that they're not overly hostile towards Ogun. You sense that they are they're not loyal to Ogun, nor were they to Koyu. And they're going to say to Ogun, the master commanded us to guard.
The master is dead. I killed her.
Ogun will hear in his head, "That's not their master."
I don't know if he can hear back or hear his thought, but it doesn't matter. They don't know that.
Yeah.
Wait.
They're going to attack, saying, "You lie!" Running at Ogun.
I didn't know wolves were capable of perception.
Wait, was that the small one or the big one? Was that
The big one.
Oh, the direwolf.
Okay. Is he actually attacking or just being extra gross?
They are rolling initiative.
Okay, then I will wolf out. Actually, I will probably not just.
I too am wolf.
Initiative
Alrighty.
time.
Yeah, go
As a
ahead.
reaction, I'm going to. As a reaction, I'm going to cast Hail Thorns.
Okay,
Doesn't
can
do
you
anything yet.
can you cast that as a reaction?
Okay, well, no, I can't cast it as a reaction technically.
Yeah, you can cast it
where is
on
it?
your first turn of combat. Roll initiative. They are acting. Direwolf at 20. Are we
using a grid?
No, we're not, because I'm assuming you guys can just destroy these wolves.
Theater of the mind.
Well,
how am I still the hot? Thank you, Wesley.
All right.
I'm amazing.
So I actually have to look up this wolf's bonus because he's got +3. Alward has got +5 to initiative. Alward has 1 initiative.
Woo.
There are 8 wolves running at you guys.
Great, so they're all running at us. How far apart would you say they all
are? Each wolf, some are, running, side by side. At most, there's 5 feet between each one, maybe 10 feet behind the last one straggling.
Would you say that if I were to aim for the middle of the pack, majority of them are within 5 feet of the middle?
I will roll a d6 for how many you can hit if you aim for the middle. If you aim for the middle, you'll hit 2 of them.
Really? There's only 2 of them if I aim for the middle in a 5-foot burst?
Yeah, they're running, they're all moving at different times and picking up speed at different areas.
Making me regret this one, but yeah.
Alrighty, roll it. Alright, 24 hits. Roll me, actually I have to roll 2 dexterity saving throws. Alright, so, hitting the large wolf is going to fail the save, and the smaller one is going to pass it. It takes 1 point of damage. Alright, so one takes 9, the other one takes 1. Alward does have extra attack if he wants to attack a second time.
Do I?
I thought you did. Rangers get it at level
Hunter.
5.
That's Hunter Ranger.
Okay, yep, never mind.
I'm Beastmaster Ranger.
Alrighty,
I
so...
suck without Kara.
It is, the, Big Wolf's turn. He's gonna attack Ogun. And it is going to be a 16 versus Ogun's AC.
Okay. Did I get a chance to shift before you attacked?
You would be shifting on your initiative.
Okay. So AC 14 right now.
Alrighty. He's going to hit and deal 2d6 of piercing damage. And good lord. Alright, that's what I'm talking about. 6 plus 5 is 11 plus 3. He deals 14 points of piercing damage. Ogun, give me a DC 13 strength saving throw or be knocked prone by the wolf. Alright, the wolf knocks you prone, gnawing into you, and then landing on top of you. It is Willow's turn.
Okay. Willow's going to advance and hone in on the large dire wolf.
Alrighty.
He's going to get within range. He's going to make one attack with the lance.
That's gonna hit.
Okay, 13. When he hits, he's going to place his unwavering mark on the dire wolf, and with his, I can only get 2 attacks. I don't get 3 yet, do I?
I don't believe so. I think
Okay.
your next attack comes at 11.
Okay. I'm going to use my final attack to try and push the wolf back
All right, the wolf is
5 feet.
bloodied at 13 too, by the way.
Oh, so it is. Well, in that case, I guess I might just try and
Kill
put
it.
it down.
It's taken 22 points of damage. The 9 is not gonna hit.
Okay, let me check something real quick.
With the wolf's current positioning, though, because Teak and Ogun were walking side by side, you would have technically been able to flank on it, and you can roll that with advantage. The 17 would hit.
Okay.
Hey, Brandon, quick question. Was that supposed to be a strength check or a strength save?
It was a strength saving throw.
Oh, shoot. I had proficiency and a +2 on top of that.
Oh, okay. Well, the DC was 13. You're still threatening it, so Willow would have been flanking anyways. 6. All right. How do you kill this wolf? It had 15 HP left.
Okay. I think he's going to try to interpose. Like, the first strike is get the wolf to let go of Ogun, and the second one he's just sort of going to place it through the clavicle and aim like for a heart shot with the lance.
All right. Wolf blood spills on Ogun. Second wolf moves at 19, and it'd be great if he had his pack tactics. He's gonna run in and he's gonna do work on Ogun. That one's going to roll a 21 versus Ogun, and it deals D4. I don't have my D4 out right now. /roll 2d4 + 2. Ogun takes 5 points of piercing damage. A second strength saving throw, DC 13, to not be knocked down.
He's also got a provoke attack of opportunity from the attacks.
Okay, it provokes an attack of opportunity. Ogun is knocked prone. Golly, Wesley. Roll damage.
I'm pissed.
Your minimum damage is very close to killing this thing. Wolf, the second wolf, is skewered as Willow keeps making a wolf shish kebab with his lance. How do you kill it?
If he's gonna kind of run up and try to bite Ogun, he's gonna kind of hunker behind the shield, and right as he's about to leap, he'll put it through the kind of the rib cage.
Alrighty, it is Ogun's turn. There's 6 more wolves staring him down, growling, and all of your party failed the rest of initiative. I did not roll Scari's initiative.
And one of the others, right?
Yes, direwolves and 6 others. Scari's moving at an 18. She'll get a turn before the rest of the wolves.
Okay. Now, in that case, I'm going to go ahead and use a direwolf form first, and then try to say, I am your alpha now.
All right. Roll me an intimidation check.
Them. God damn it.
They're going to be more so angry that you just killed their alpha.
Would he get advantage because there's like wolf bodies kind of piling up in front of him?
Yeah.
I'll grant you advantage on that check.
That's
slightly
better.
Slightly better. They're intimidated, but they'd rather seek the blood, and whoever kills you is the next wolf leader.
I turn around and face Ogun.
All right.
Trust her.
Scary gets a move as you guys are all attacking these wolves. She's going to throw a thing of alchemist fire at them, a 14, and she's going to deal 9 points of fire damage to one wolf as they are dashing towards your party's front line. All right, it is Wolf 2 is going to get within range of Willow, the wolf skewer, and roll and it's going to roll a 24 versus your AC.
Who, me?
Yes.
That little fucker. Yeah, that's gonna hit. How many attacks of opportunity do we get? It's not like your dexterity modifier, is it?
It's one. It's your reaction. It runs
Unless you
up.
got Battle Master to use your dice, I think you can squeeze some more out that way.
It runs up to attack Willow. The second one will also attack Willow. I believe that's going to miss with a 13 plus. It's going to be a 20 versus your AC.
My AC is 19.
All right. That second one is also going to be a hit. I'm going to pull out my D4 so I can just roll these quickly.
Also, you got Teek's aura, because if Teek is in your range.
Yep. You get +4 to any 7 throws you make.
Okay.
Oh, there's one thing that I'm sorry, I forgot this. You are a creature. I don't have a reaction. I don't have a reaction because I took an attack of opportunity though, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'm sorry. Proceed.
You give me 2 strength saving throws, DC 11. The next 2 are going at Ogun. They have advantage. The 8 plus 7 is 15 versus your AC is going to hit.
Changed. It's 17 now.
Oh, it's a 17? Okay. That was a 15 that missed. Rolling the second one is going to be a nat crit. And let's see, it's going to be 4d4 plus 2. 11 points on the second one. Give me a save to be still standing. And the final 2 are going at Teek. They are also going at advantage. Hold the
My AC is 20.
Hold the line. The first one's going to hit Teek. The second one is also going to hit Teek. I'm just going to roll them as one attack, if that's all right with you.
That's my saving throw.
Okay. Give me 2 strength saving throws for Teek. DC 11. It is. I did not even pay attention to your guys' initiative. Let's see.
Tits.
8. It is Soulmane's turn. The front of.
I'm sorry, Brandon. How much damage did I take earlier? I did not catch.
You took 1 crit. That was the first, the 11. And then another one hit you for, I believe the first one, no, the first one did hit. And it was, gosh, it couldn't have been that much. Oh, it was 6. I rolled it in the chat. You took 11 and 6.
So 17 total?
Yes.
Alright.
Alright, it is Soulmane's turn.
Ow! My shanks.
Soulmane peers around the corner from his stealth, runs up to one of the wolves with his rapier drawn. Goes, remember me, assholes.
Alright, this is slightly important. The one that Scary attacked is attacking Teek. You can get adjacent to Teek or Willow on the outside of the party, as they are holding your front against these wolves.
I will try to get around to get a flank on one of them.
Okay, well, one that's by Teek or Willow, because that's the opposite sides of this combat. Which one do you want to? Which party member do you feel safer around? Did you say Teek?
Willow.
Oh, Willow?
I think Willow can. Well, no, I think Willow can handle himself, so I'll go with Teek.
Alrighty. Go ahead and roll me an attack at one in front of Teek. She's got 2 attacking her. That is going to hit. Roll damage. You do have it. You do get your sneak attack. All right. You kill wolf number 3. Or I'm sorry. You kill wolf number 5. How do you kill it?
I take my rapier as I'm basically sliding around to get behind it. Just drag it across the side of its neck.
Oh, poor wolf, man. It is, It is Fractus's turn.
Yay!
Can I
How
just
many?
point out that me and Practice both got nat ones on our initiative, and we're still higher than Teak.
Look, man, you hired me to take damage, not to avoid things or
There,
move first in combat.
there are 5 wolves left.
Or,
Or
be good
actually,
at dodging
four.
fireballs.
What's the one near Willow?
Willow has 2 unharmed wolves near him. Ogun has 2 unharmed wolves near him. One of the ones that's near Ogun is also near Teak. It has taken 3 damage. Or it's
I
taken
don't
9
need
damage.
your help. I'm fine.
Yeah. Willow has 3 attacks and 3 wolves within reach.
How much health do these wolves have?
So far, the lowest damage that killed one... Well, it's a wolf out of the... they have 11 HP.
So I'm gonna try and position myself in a flanking position for one wolf and try and attack another if possible.
Alrighty. You can do so, flanking directly with Ogun and attacking the one in front of Teak. Or vice versa, flanking with Ogun and attacking the one directly in front of Willow.
We're gonna do the one with T because he's on the ground there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Roll me an attack roll.
For my bonus action, I am going to do my insight on it.
Alright, I think it gets -3 to that check. It has no idea what you're doing.
Okay, good.
It's a contested check, I believe, so...
I am on the roll with nat 1s. I think I've rolled 4 nat 1s tonight.
I rolled one that
Oh,
almost
man.
killed me.
Alright, give me that attack roll. You have advantage.
Alright, I'm going to hit with the rapier.
That hits. Your minimum damage kills it.
Aww.
I mean, you can roll damage if you like. It had 3 HP left.
Okay. My second attack, can I attack the one that I'm flanking with Ogun?
Yes, you can.
So I rolled the 16.
The 16 hits. You do have advantage on it if you want to roll to see if you get a crit. You get the sneak attack on this one. Minimum damage does kill it. Probably with the sneak attack. You take out 2 wolves. How do you kill the second one?
I killed the second one by stabbing it in the throat.
Alrighty. Teak can move into that space. There are 2 wolves in front of Ogun and Willow that are left.
And they're the only 2? What about the direwolf?
The direwolf was killed.
Alright.
It
Yeah,
took
went
38
down first.
points of damage.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna take the attack action. I'm gonna swing at one of the wolves.
That
a
is
15
going to hit. Smite
Okie
it.
dokie.
Smite it.
Yeah, I'll smite.
No, it's joking. Smite.
There we go.
That
So that's a little bit of overkill.
That wolf is very dead. How do you kill the one in front of Ogun?
Right, because the 26 presumably hits. Oh, no, I just bash it with my Morning Star. Nothing flashy.
Okay. This is the... Okay, yeah, this is the fancy Morning Star that we gave you that deals the additional damage.
Right.
And roll me damage on the second one.
Okie dokie. Might as well smite with that one too. But it's in a second level slot, so... And then I didn't need to, because I rolled maximum damage on the radiant damage.
Alrighty. That wolf is also dead. As you...
It takes 24 damage.
Alright, what wolf?
Teak just obliterates the remaining wolves.
I'm going to roll you a combustion check. Everybody on the front lines of this fight gets wolf guts on them as Teak bashes this thing into the bridge.
I interpose my shield.
Willow does not get wolf guts on him.
Can I do a Dex save to dodge it?
Yes, you can. DC 12.
I will deflect my wolf sticker onto someone else.
Alrighty.
Thank you.
So, you guys...
Not roll.
You guys, dismember, dismantle this, wolf guard, and, you are able...
7 more, so, yeah, I'm good.
You are able to, proceed into this chamber. There are, 5 doors here. Each, pathway has, writing above it. The text written above each door. What languages do people speak?
Oh Lord. Let's see.
I speak Common, Elvish, and Brandon. Would I know Celestial or no, considering the circumstances?
Yeah, you wouldn't know Celestial, but if you were able to read it, you'd be able to read it and like, whoa, wait, I know that language?
I speak Common, Elven, and Celestial. Because I'm a good crusader.
Okay. Yeah, the words written here are... Actually, I'll write them out for you. You guys can read them, but they're not in language you guys can understand.
That's what we get for not knowing Akalo, boys.
That's what's written above each door. You guys see above the center door, there is a symbol of a bow, kind of as a crescent moon, and it is cracked in half. The imagery of the symbol is actually cracked in half, not the stone that it's in.
What would it be to try to recognize the symbol?
History check or a religion check.
Just as good with either. For that roll. That's a deception. So that would be, if you want to keep that roll, it's -4, so 9.
Okay, 9. So, Ogun is going to recognize the symbol. Soulmane's not going to come up with anything. You guys know the werewolves of originally being introduced to this world was a curse from the gods. Specifically, a single god trying to manipulate the domain of death to his own ends. When all of these werewolves and cursed people were released into the world, the goddess of death gave a mortal general a very special moon bow in order to hunt these, and just like metals and things that are associated with the moon are kind of like the bane of werewolves. This symbol is kind of an anti-werewolf bane. An anti-werewolf bane, some sort of cult symbol against that symbology, if that makes sense. It is a symbol of a broken bow. And the bow...
So it's a bane of werewolf's bow.
It is not a bane of werewolf's bow. There is a bow, historically, that was used to hunt werewolves. This symbol that you're looking at is the symbol of a broken bow.
So this is a
then.
Yeah, like, if you were to think of, like, demons having a symbol of, like, a broken cross, of, like, anti-religion, it would be something similar to that.
Okay.
That said, it's 11:03. Do you guys want to pick up here next session, or do you want to explore one of the tunnels?
I was gonna.
How many tunnels are there?
There are 5. One is an open pathway. There's moaning coming from the open pathway. The other 4 are just doors that have this stuff written over them. It's not a very big dungeon, but you guys don't know what's in here.
I was gonna say we should explore the
I reckon.
symbol of it.
Well, see, I reckon it's currently 5 a.m. for me.
This seems like a nice and neat place to end off. We can start off with exploring the Moaning Tunnel. The Moaning Tunnel.
What's it? We defeated a pack of wolves and then somehow got a bow.
So, last session, I said I was going to give you guys storyline EXP when you, just finished up in this town, as I thought it was only going to take you guys one more session. Do you still want that in one collective chunk, or do you want half of what you've experienced tonight so far?
Let's go ahead with the half. I have a good feeling.
I like the sense
All
of
right.
progression.
If you level up, from this session, you won't get the effects of most of your level until you long rest.
Right.
If you give me 1 secondo. All right. You guys are going to get. I'm going to even it out to an even 6,000 experience for tonight. That is also, the experience from last week. That I was going to wait until you guys finished everything. And so
Wait, how much EXP?
6,000.
Yeah, baby.
That'll be a level when it comes around, I think.
Okay, why do I suddenly get the feeling I missed the most important 5 minutes of the session?
Well, last session, you guys did beat a boss. So all you did was get combat EXP from that and not storyline stuff.
Yeah. Brandon, I can't get my skill for going level 9, but can I get my hit points or no?
Your maximum hit points, yes, but you don't get the hit points until
but I can get my maximum, yes?
Yeah, and if somebody heals you during this time, you can go up to your maximum. So it is currently the 23rd. Your guys' next session would be on the 6th of August. And I will tell you guys the same thing I told Group B. I am aiming for everybody to have like a major boss fight kind of cap off to their story around episode 15. And then I might be pausing the sessions for like a week as I restructure the campaigns and, pick up and keep going from there. I will let you guys know as we get closer to it. However, your guys' next episode's going to be 15, I believe, so you might be looking at a major boss fight. And it kind of makes sense from where you guys are at. All right. Good session tonight. I'm going to end the broadcast.